Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am proud to present to you the return.
You're muted. We can't hear you, Dion.
Oh, for real? Oh,
I can hear him.
I can't hear a thing.
I heard him.
Yeah.
Well, see, now the bit's dead, Nick.
Yeah,
God
I hear nothing.
damn it.
Anyway, the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am proud to present the new African deep blaxploitation version of Rambo. Blambo, back in the habit, brother.
I will see that movie tomorrow. Up next is the last standing Samoan, the intergalactic sex machine, Big Rig Nick Utam.
What's going on? I'm making babies everywhere.
And you ain't paying for a goddamn one.
Nope.
And finally, the king of the wicker people, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
Overly drawn out introduction.
There we go. So, folks, this is episode 190 of World Class Bullshitters. So we're 10 away from our big end-of-year spectacular, which will be live. It'll be a video podcast. It'll be the review of The Rise of Skywalker, Star Wars Episode 9. Luke's dead, Han's dead, Leia's dead in real life. What can they give us?
They're all dead.
Yeah. Find out, though, in 30 years, a.k.a. the end of December, where we will review it for you guys live. How's that sound?
I can dig it.
Yes.
Yeah, I like that as well. So, man, what is up with the YouTube? 1 minute we have so many, 1 minute we have nobody watching. It keeps jumping up. All right. And my window's open.
There we go.
All right. So, we're going to be covering all kinds of stuff. Kevin Feige, George Lucas, a review of Rambo, all kinds of fun stuff tonight. So, let us begin, like we always do every episode, by thanking and welcoming our newest patrons. So first off, we actually had two $20 patrons join this week, so thank you very much. They must really like us. So first off, we want to thank Disturbed Fan 0717 Productions. Thank you very much. And we also want to thank our friend Baptist 702. Let's see. Oh, wait, we have even more. We have our friend Kenneth. We also have Naive Utopian and Kostanayak. So we had a lot of new patrons, and this week on Patreon, you guys are going to get a lot of awesome content. First up on Patreon tomorrow for our $5 and up level, you guys are going to get a Top Gun commentary. And if Top Gun's not your thing, well, in a few days after that, you're going to get a review of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch, as presented to you by Kendo Slice. Yes. So if you're a Zelda fan like we are on this channel, you're going to get a lot of fun insight, and you'll love to listen to it. As always, we're going to have World Class Bullshitters after hours. And if you're at the $10 and up level, Halloween, the live watch along. So sit down, get some popcorn, and watch us get blackout drunk. I'm on camera the whole time, so it gets kind of sloppy, but it's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, guys.
Yes.
Do we want to get back to our tradition we tried to start for one solid week and it fell apart?
Why, of course.
Well, we wanted to say we have a trivia question each week where we give away a copy of Alita Battle Angel on 4K Blu-ray, DVD, 3D, Prismacolor, Technicolor. I don't know, but it's the deluxe edition. One of our
Super
listeners
Sex Nuts edition.
Super Sex Nuts edition. Look at one of our listeners sent us, I don't know how many copies. What, 12, right?
12. Yeah, it was 12 copies, yeah.
And he said, hey, keep one for each of you guys and give them away. So that's what we're going to do. So, Kendo, should we do a regular trivia question or a World Class Bullshitters trivia question this week?
Oh, a World Class Bullshitters trivia question.
All right. So, think of something for, and we'll get back to it by the end of the show. Cool?
Yeah.
All right. Dion, have you had a chance to watch your copy of Alita Battle Angel?
I have not actually, but Diane and Hill thought it was hilarious that I had two random copies. I said, "No, one's for you, bitch," to Diane, and she was like, she thought it was awesome. So she was laughing her ass off that someone, and we, obviously we know who, but that a fan bought fucking a dozen copies of damn Alita. She thought that was the funniest shit in the world.
I was surprised too when we opened the box. It was like, oh my god, it's Alita Battle Angel, 12 of them.
Yeah, that was a little bit outside the box, so to speak. Pun intended.
Wow.
I'm a dad.
So, let's start today's show by talking about the title. Can Kevin Feige make a great Star Wars movie? So yesterday, I was putting the finishing touches on our George Lucas video, and right as I was finishing editing the audio, alas, some news about Kevin Feige coming to the MCU, Kevin Feige coming to Star Wars to make a film was released, and I stopped what I was doing. I said, "What?"
Yep.
And you know what I did? I made a video about it. So it's over on the channel right now. You guys can check it out. If you're in the Podbean, iTunes, and all the other places, we're on YouTube. So check this out. But I was surprised. I looked at it. I looked at the article, and I thought to myself, this is a little bizarre because it seems like after all the George Lucas news came out and everyone's talking about that nonstop, this comes out to kind of distract everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my number one thought. My takeaway from the video was, yeah, that's fine, but what about the George Lucas shit, which everyone was getting into because it validates everything the Fandom Menace has said. It validates everything I had said since 2015.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Dion,
Yes.
you're the biggest Star Wars fan on the channel next to me. What were your thoughts when you heard about Kevin Feige?
Well, originally my thoughts were, oh, this is fake, and not fake that someone was pretending or a troll article. I think this is not going to happen. I don't for one second think that, and the main reason is because of the George Lucas news. The main reason is because of the I guess growing dissent from Star Wars, especially now. I mean, especially the last few weeks. There's a lot more talk about good characters. I mean, I think it's kind of the backlash to Rambo a little bit, but this idea that, hey, damn, Star Wars characters aren't great, and then I know there was an article last week about reusing the Emperor, and I think it was on Polygon, maybe I can't remember, but that kind of got a little bit of traction, and then of course George Lucas comes out and says that he doesn't like these ones, and I think that this is Disney, specifically Lucasfilm, leaking news of Kevin Feige to again try to garner the fans back. The same bullshit they tried to pull at Celebration, the same shit that they tried to do with Galaxy's Edge. This I don't believe this for one second. I will believe it when it's official. But again, I think this is a red herring. It ain't real. If it were to be real, it'd be fantastic. But I don't believe it for one second.
Nor do I, the more I think about it. Because, look, we're the build up to episode 9. What are we, 3 months away? Less than 3 months away.
Yeah.
So, we don't have a trailer. The merchandise comes out, but next weekend, but nobody gives a shit. People aren't doing midnight releases, and that's not just a couple stores. That's Target, one of the biggest retailers in America. Star Wars isn't doing anything anywhere in any sector of any part of the world. So, with this big movie and your whole holiday season resting on this film, what are you going to do to get excitement up? Well, everybody loves Marvel movies. Even the controversial ones made $1 billion. So what we do? Well, we're going to get Kevin Feige to play ball, and we're going to talk about how he's going to come in and make a Star Wars film. And if you pay attention to that Hollywood Reporter article, Kathleen Kennedy is slated to have a whole new slew of Star Wars projects. So in September, and actually, let's just go back 2 days. 2 days prior to this news, Bob Iger says the reason Star Wars movies failed at Disney is because we put out too much too fast. Well, now they're announcing way more projects, and it's like they don't learn their lesson. Like in 2 days, they forgot exactly what happened.
Yep.
Oh God, yeah, and I mean that just seems like par for course for Disney. They never remember. They just kind of like sweep it under the rug. It's like, yeah, everything was fine. We did okay. It's all right. We didn't lose that much money. Our books aren't cooked that much. It's fine.
Well, and I think we say this all the time. I say it all the time, especially and Jeff said it perfectly. Not learning your lesson. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Feige thinks that he's going to do a Star Wars movie. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a conversation where they told him that he was going to do a Star Wars movie. But again, I don't think that for one second that this is that Disney or Kathleen Kennedy or that other jackoff's name, I don't think they have any intention of actually having him do a movie. They've made it clear, especially with not learning their lesson, they want to be the ones to get the credit for this shit. They want to be the ones to validate all those stupid ass t-shirts. They want to be the ones that 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, oh, the vision of Lucasfilm and Kathleen Kennedy and Disney when they were being so awesome and progressive and da-da-da-da. They're not going to go to a guy who actually broke the record for a movie that made the most money. They don't want that guy. They don't want to admit defeat. So It sucks.
Well, I mean, I guess it's working to a degree, but I made sure that in our video about Kevin Feige that we talked about George Lucas being disappointed with the Force Awakens news, because to me, that's the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the fucked up part is they deceived him a little bit. Disney, was it Bob Iger? They deceived George Lucas, and then they put the book out themselves, which makes me laugh. It's so dumb. Like, why would you put that information out yourself?
About Feige?
No, about George Lucas.
Oh yeah. It's in Iger's like memoirs or whatever, his book that he wrote.
Yeah, it came out on Monday. Like, what is? Bob, you're not hurting for money. Yeah, you took a pay cut because you fucked up, but maybe you release your book next year, like in February, like after the Christmas season, and people have some bucks to spend again. Like, don't worry about the damn book.
He thought ain't nobody gonna read it now. They're not gonna find the shit out until next year. Well, you thought wrong, Bob. So sorry this ain't Disney, in the 60s or 70s, man. It's 2019 now. We learn the shit fast. We get the shit fast, So
Well, and I think that I mean, I wouldn't even say it's that. I think that's the problem. They know that people find this shit out. Hey, Pagan, what's up, Ryan Summers? Drinking some whiskey, buddy. But they know that we do that, but they think that they're smarter, right? So they think that, oh, we'll get ahead of the bullet, and we'll be the ones to release that George Lucas doesn't like these movies, and then no one can say that we're covering this shit up. Which in reality, it looks fucking dumb because one, it comes off like I didn't know that till now. The first thing I think of when you said that, Jeff, is they're trying to look like they're okay with dissent and they're open to the conversation about the fucking movies, when we know that they're fucking not okay with that shit. Nothing they've done outside of releasing this fucking bit about George Lucas shows that they're okay with having a conversation about these goddamn movies. That's fucking ridiculous. And I'm almost fucking at a loss for words knowing that Disney was the one that fucking said shit. Like, why? We're not idiots. Like, you're not gonna pull the wool over everyone's eyes and we still love George and he doesn't like the movies, but we're okay with that shit. No, I don't. Clear, that's bad. The dude who created this shit and sold it for billions of dollars is still like, God, that sucks. That's not good.
Well, Dion, it goes even further. Like, our George Lucas video is going to be a lot more in depth than anyone else's on YouTube, because our friend Itchy Baka sent me some links with excerpts of Bob Iger's book, and they tried to get George Lucas to sign this thing called a non-disparagement clause, where he would not publicly say anything bad about the Star Wars movies that Disney made. This was before the Force Awakens came out, so I want to make 2 points about this. First off, they knew that the shit they were making was subpar. They knew that it was going to piss off people. So if George Lucas would have come out back then, it would have really hurt the box office for episode 7. And then on top of that, George Lucas, the way he responds is the best thing I've heard in a while. He goes, why would I publicly disparage this movie? I'm now a major shareholder in this company. It's like, we're so worried about that. They overlook those things.
Yeah, but he's also worth like $5 billion. Like, I think, if Disney had given him his cut, he's still going to be fine.
That's true. But I think it's really a lot about controlling the whole narrative. This way they can say, look, he doesn't like it, but it's probably because he's just mad that, he's not in control. See, so they can put it out there like that, but then they can control the narrative and try to spin it however they want.
Oh, they could have spun it even worse, saying that, a woman's in charge and he's a man, he doesn't like that. They would have turned everybody against him then.
Yeah. Obviously, that's what they said about the fans. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that. And hey, it's like, I get it. I get it in a lot of ways. I expect there's no company that's probably not going to do that. I don't think that there would be a major company that wouldn't do something similar. In terms of an original creator and a property and releasing that. I think a lot of people would do that. It's just so ridiculous, because if all the effort they put in to trying and demonize vocal fans and trying and say, hey, no, you're wrong, this is really good stuff. If they just put all that effort into making something really good, like the effort that they have to pressure someone to write that article and to try to get ahead of the news curve and release it, like, imagine putting that much effort into saying, hey, let's go over this script again. Hey, what's our plan if we're going to put out, 5-6 movies? What's our plan? Who's going to be in it? What's the storyline? Are we writing it all together? Like, imagine them actually doing that. Like that, fucking Star Wars would be way much better instead of fucking pussyfooting around trying to combat the quote unquote trolls. It's like, holy shit. It's like dealing with a high school kid who spends so much time not doing work and being an asshole, and someone being like, imagine you actually fucking trying. What would you accomplish actually fucking putting that effort in something else? It's like who pays for this shit? Who gets paid to do this shit?
Ladies and gentlemen, Vice Principal Dion Green.
And do your goddamn homework.
Brush your teeth.
Brush your ass.
No, Dion, you make a lot of valid points. I just wonder, like, Iger tells so much of this story about George Lucas. I wonder if the news would ever come out down the road why they chose to do the old samey mishmash bullshit that was The Force Awakens. I mean, we know that it was to make money quickly, and it worked back then. And they have turned off a huge portion of the audience. Like, Star Wars just isn't culturally relevant anymore. And people want to go, oh, it's so early to build up the hype for this movie. You guys are expecting all this shit.
Bullshit.
Listen
Early.
people.
Early.
Nate, yeah.
Early would have been six months before the first movie.
Yeah,
early.
Naysayers out there that want to tell us you're too early for all this stuff. Let me go back. Hold on. Do I have the photo saved? I don't have the photo saved. Well, give me a second. Give me your take on this, guys, because I have a picture I want to share that actually puts all the naysayers to sleep permanently.
They spent like almost 3 years hyping episode 1. And then as soon as episode 1 was over, there was like 3 years worth of hype to get to episode 2, and then 3 more to get to episode 3. So to say that, it's a Star Wars movie, there's never too early to hype up the next one. There is now, because they're, flooding them out there as fast as they can. It looks like coming down the pipe. When they said, oh, we're not going to put as many out there anymore. 4 in 4 years was too much. Oh, by the way, we got the one coming out at the end of the year. We're going to have a Dick Bag and Weiss throwing out their movies. We're gonna give Feige some movies now. Ryan Johnson's getting his trilogy. Oh, by the way, folks, yeah, we're gonna have like 150 movies in the next 5 years.
So basically, they're doing the MCU plan, but for Star Wars. They're gonna have like
pretty much
8 movies come out a year for Star Wars.
It's worse than that.
Movie every week.
Oh Jesus, no! Please no.
That's what the Mandalorian's gonna be.
Oh God.
It's just, well, and people say it's too early. It's like, one, Lucasfilm, whenever they had, the prequels coming out too, one of the things that they did was they would show the fucking originals on like TNT and on AMC and shit. And then I remember for episode 2, so episode 2 came out when, Jeff, in May?
Yes, May 20 something?
20 something?
Yeah.
They showed a clip. They showed the Jango Fett clip in, I think, February. So they showed it in February, and then they were showing teasers in like December and in January, right? So that the franchise previous has done at least 6 months in advance. Then you have obviously other movies that show, a recent one was they showed when they were doing marketing for Mad Max, they showed a quick teaser like fucking 9 months before the movie. Like other films today they have teasers almost a year in advance. Why all of a sudden Disney's in this weird thing where they don't want to show it until 3 months before, or they show a little something at Star Wars, barely show anything at Star Wars Celebration. It's like, who's running this shit? Like, what? I don't get it. I don't get that.
Well, yeah, and not to mention the giant nostalgia pull for the big ass like pseudo trailer they had, where it was like the prequels, then the main 3 movies, then their movies, and it's just like, why are you showing us all the good shit and then your shit at the end? Like, we get how the timeline works, but like, this is not a trailer. This is nothing. Like, you have like the last few bits of that trailer, I think the last 30 seconds.
It was like the last 30. Yeah, it was a 3-minute trailer, and like 2 to 2.5 minutes was the old shit.
Yeah, and then in the last 30 seconds is all their stuff, like all the stuff for episode 9. It's like, we don't care. Like, you're really trying to
good this was. Remember how much you love this stuff? Well, give us a shot.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah.
chance you might hate it, but you liked all this.
Yeah, it's such crap. It's such bullshit, and like nobody cares. I mean, yeah, like you've been saying, like there's like the toys are coming out soon. Even Target has been like the fact that Target is just like giving them the finger in their face is hilarious. Like, no, we're not dealing with it anymore. They haven't sold. We're not doing shit with them. I'm sorry. It's just hilarious.
Just another moment. I'm almost there. I had to scroll through these old Las Vegas photos.
Anyway, I was going to say they should come up with a tagline for episode 9 if they really want to just try to ram the point home. Just be like, episode 9, because you've already watched the other fucking 8. What's one more?
Episode 9, the search for even more money.
I mean, that's how the trailers are looking. It's
episode 9.
like
You made it through the other 2. Come on, just give us a couple more.
Episode 9. Why not?
yeah, episode 9. Come on, man.
Yeah. Episode 9. What else are you going to do on a Friday night?
Episode 9, you don't have a girlfriend.
Folks in the chat, give us your best episode 9 taglines.
Episode 9, because fuck them, that's why.
Okay, so hold on, folks. Let's open this image in the new tab. Let me show you. Now, this image was 3 months. I can give you the exact date. So let's see. This image I'm about to share with you came out 3 months before episode 7. This is my local Toys R Us. Look at this. This is half of the section. The other half of the turnaround is equally full and everything in between.
Wow, look at all that shit I would never spend money on.
Nobody else did. It's why it fucking rots at Ollie's still to this day. Come back on Monday for an awesome toy video. This week we're really amping it up.
Ooh, look at that. I walked you right into a shameless plug.
But listen to this. This is September 23rd of 2015 when I took this photo.
Holy shit.
Close to 3 months before Star Wars Episode 7.
Oh my god, yeah. That is insane.
Now we're all supposed to be told and believe the media that, oh, the hype for episode 9 is unprecedented and this is the biggest one of all. But there's nothing there. We have nothing to show.
Yeah, and I mean, you've done countless videos and shown countless evidence and financial papers and all this other stuff of all these toy companies saying like they're not dealing with this anymore and they don't want any more Disney toys because they're not selling anything. You know? I personally think that the reason Toys R Us went down is because of Star Wars toys.
Well, actually, I think it was Mitt Romney, and that's not even like a dig. Honestly, I think Mitt Romney's company like had a lot of debt and put it on Toys R Us.
Yeah, I was gonna say it wasn't just the Star Wars toys. I mean, that didn't help, but there was a lot of other problems.
Damn you, many-faced Mitt, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. They had a lot of other problems besides just the Star Wars toys, but it didn't help. It's kind of like you're in a car accident and you're all fucked up, but then your foot is also broke too. So it's like, that's a problem, but it's not the big.
There we go.
Interesting.
Well, one thing I wanted to bring, I actually noticed this when I looked at this photo yesterday, and people in the chat are saying it. Look how Finn is positioned to be the main hero of the story.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, he's got the lightsaber and everything.
Ah.
Yeah. The only thing they're not showing is at the end of that lightsaber is a mop head.
That's true. That was one of the most offensive parts. Not even for like the race thing and me being like bothered. I'm like, really? He's a goddamn janitor.
Yeah.
Really?
The janitor Jedi Finn.
Janitor Jedi Finn.
I will go back on my no Star Wars rule and buy that janitor Jedi Finn.
Oh hell yeah!
Like a gray
super
overall.
scrubbing action.
Oh god, I would love for somebody to make a bunch of like just shitty, funny action figures of Star Wars.
Dude,
like, I would buy them. I'd buy them in a heartbeat.
So what we do is we get a Roomba, but you put Finn's face on it, and then it's like real.
A Finba?
Yeah, a Finba. So then it's like going around vacuuming up your shit. It's like exactly just like he did on the Death Star. Or, I mean, the Death Planet, or, whatever that was the third time we tried to go back to the same.
The Mega Ultra Death Star.
Mega Ultra Death Balls.
I'm going to call it the Death Ball from now on whenever
the Death Ball.
Think about that movie.
The Death Nut.
That's clearly what Han gave Leia.
Yeah, he should have pulled out, but he always shoots first.
Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I bet you have.
So, folks, next Friday is Triple Force Friday. And so, guys, how do you make money off of a dying franchise?
You keep beating it, and then you pour gas on it and you light it on fire.
And you put it on sci-fi.
Would you like to hear what Hasbro's trying to do to regain some of the money that Disney is milking from them?
Oh God, yes, please tell me. Give me this shitty idea they have.
Okay, so the toys are very limited this year. They're only making they have the Black Series, which they always say is the adult collector version because it's more expensive. They have more articulation, X, Y, and Z. So for the 6-inch figures, to make more money from the fans, they're jacking up the price by $5.
Oh.
And certain retailers get white boxes and certain retailers get black boxes. That's it.
God.
There's like 4 fucking toys coming out. There's one from the Mandalorian. There's a Sith Trooper. There's no 6-inch Ray or any of this other shit. So they've given up on that. There's like an exclusive kids line for the Rise of Skywalker, and it's like a 5-inch scale.
Okay.
But yeah, there's no official 3 3/4-inch line for the Rise of Skywalker. People have been seeing a couple pictures online, but it's part of the vintage collection where you get figures like a Stormtrooper or Chewbacca in there too. So it's kind of broken. Star Wars is kind of dead. So that's how they're going to get it from you folks this time. They're going to jack up the prices. Be prepared to pay $90 for Finn's X-Wing.
What?
Yeah. Come back Monday. I went out and did research all fucking week. I went through Target, clearance stores. I found some Star Wars shit that has never been seen on clearance in history from any other property. Like I'm not going to say it here because I want people to come back and watch the video, but there's a lot of stuff that blew my mind over the week. And this is the buildup to this big film. This is the biggest thing ever. Remember, we're sexist and we're racist because we don't agree with the bullshit they try to tell us when we throw facts at them. Just saying.
Jesus, man, that's so fucking disheartening. Like,
I really know that's not gonna happen, but I really hope that like nobody buys stuff and it sits on shelves. Like you saw that one Christmas where they had both copies of Xbox and PS4 of what is it? The
game.
The game, yeah.
Oh,
like I love those pictures so much because all the shelves were clean except for those games. It was wonderful.
Yeah, man, the kids must hate women or something.
Yeah.
Folks, by the way, we have over 800 people watching, almost 900, 888. Can we get some thumbs up, please, to spread the word about world-class bullshitters? Because this week has been a really amazing week for the channel, guys. Did I tell you what Captain Marvel did for us?
She decided to leak nudies?
No, thankfully, no. She brought us almost 2,000 new subscribers since Monday. So,
ooh, yeah. Thanks, Bree Hunty.
Yeah. When I'm out in California, I'll buy her one of those overpriced lemonades and say, "Hey, this is from the Fandom Menace. Don't choke on it." And then...
Imagine if you actually did see her and do that.
I would do that if I saw her in public. I wouldn't be afraid to go, "Excuse me, are you Brie Larson?" I would just be like, "What up, Brie? This is from the Fandom Menace." She'd be like, "What?" She thinks she's getting attacked or something. I'm like, I'm gonna stand 10 feet away from her and have witness. But
yeah, like have somebody hold the camera so they can get the whole thing.
I'm just film it.
You just walk in and you're like in a Starbucks or whatever, and it's just like, hey Bree, Don Cheadle said you suck.
Boom. You looking for this? And give her the finger.
Hey, I got that review for that shitty Netflix movie you had. Boom, it's just your middle finger out. Yeah. Here's your thumbs up.
Can you buy this at the Unicorn Store?
Oh God, that'd be hilarious.
Make that woman. Oh my God. There we go.
Now I do hope you just accidentally see her somewhere. That'd be hilarious.
I'll be in LA for essentially living there, so who knows who I'll run into. Right, if I do find Brie Larson, that's going to be the best/worst day of my life.
Yeah. Oh man, that'd be some shit. That would be some shit.
Oh. So we got a ton of super chats that rolled in early. So let's read some of these, and then we'll keep this show a rolling, this train a rolling, if you will, because the energy's high tonight on the 190th episode of the podcast. Dion, you are the only other member besides myself that has been here since episode 1. Nick, you showed up at episode 3. So it's essentially like you were here the whole time because we used to record.
Well, I mean, the first 2 were experiments, and once you perfected it, then I had to come in. So that's how I see it.
You showed up on the James Bond episode, and that was the first episode of ours that I went, "This is pretty good."
Well, we had to redo it.
Yeah. some of the shit from the early days.
Because I still remember the day we tried doing it, and like I had no idea the level of fandom you had for James Bond, and as soon as you went through like the first 2 movies, I was like, oh fuck, I'm so underprepared for this. And everybody else was like, yeah, and I tried to stay with it. I tried like Wikipedia, like running Wikipedia while you were talking about movies. I was like, shit, I can't do this fast enough. And then we came back the next week, and I watched all of them and took like copious amounts of notes.
I remember.
Like, all right, I was like, I'm prepared now. I know all the shit. Yeah,
I mean, we started in 2015.
Yeah, in October 2015.
Yeah. It was Back to the Future Day, October 21st, my 27th birthday.
Yep.
It's been a hell of a journey. It's taken us all over the country, soon to be all over the world.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a little teaser for the listeners out there. We got some stuff coming next year. But yeah, 190 episodes. We really missed like maybe 1 or 2 weeks. We've been pretty damn good, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, things happen, life happens. Of course,
like
we're gonna
holidays
miss
or something, but
yeah.
Oh, we never do like. There's no Thanksgiving episodes, so we'll do that next. Never actually. We don't have episodes planned.
Yeah,
we go away at the end of the year for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm about to say we need a break.
We technically have seasons, I guess. So
yeah, we do.
This is season 4. Well, yeah. Well, season 5. I don't know these things. I don't know numbers. I don't know, man. Anyway, back
you
to
don't know shit about how cars work.
That's right.
That is true.
Magnets. How does that work?
Top and check my oil. All right. Oh, by the way, your girl Ellie Church was in the movie I watched the other day.
Oh, which one?
It was some anthology flick. I'll tell you the name of it.
Oh shit. Damn it.
Where she plays like a nun.
She plays a nun.
Yeah, she's like a TV show host. No, she's a TV show host. That's completely the same job, right? Nun.
Sure. Yeah. Dixie Sucker a little bit different.
Oh man.
See how I mix those things up. Anyway, Nick, if you're gonna look it up, our first super chat from Point Curation says Disney is creatively bankrupt, so no to the title. Well, Point Curation, I agree. For as much as I've enjoyed the MCU, and guys, you can hear my full thoughts on today's video. I've liked 90% of it. Yes, I don't like Captain Marvel, and I've lost some of my interest in a few of the MCU flicks like Iron Man 2 and 3 and a few of the Thors. But overall, I still don't think any other studio has done as consistently a good job with superhero flicks. I mean, you could say, well, Warner Brothers gave us The Dark Knight. Yes, the Warner Brothers did give us The Dark Knight, both of them. But no, we also had from Warner Brothers Suicide Squad, BVS, Man of Steel, all in a row for a while. So, I mean, Marvel has never had a string of really bad films. They've been very fortunate because there's a novelty to them, and it almost felt like there was a little bit of a purity to their brand. Like I say in the video, yes, they want your money, but they didn't feel like it was a chore for them to take your money. Now, with the way Captain Marvel and the Avengers ended and the Star Wars, it's just like, oh yeah, you'll give us your money because whatever. It just seems so arrogant on their part. So, Point Curation, I don't think we're going to get a great Star Wars movie from Kevin Feige, and Dion doesn't think we're going to get anything from Kevin Feige.
Nope.
Our friend Thunder Robots, thank you very much for everything, Thunder Robots. Kevin Feige to be the new head of Lucasfilm, and the MCU will be put under the Lucasfilm banner, and they can cancel Captain Marvel. And in order to honor Bree's 7-film contract, they put her in Star Wars. Ew.
Yeah. I just found the movie. It's Skeleton. Is it Skeletons in the Closet?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That was one that I reviewed for my channel, and it was shit. I did not like it.
Yeah, that little kid that poisoned the girl with the popcorn.
Well, no, because like they're doing an anthology, and it keeps like going through like it keeps breaking the walls all the way through, and it doesn't make sense. It's weird. It's just it's just strange.
Does it break the walls down?
It's
it does. It breaks them down and just pisses on them and burns them because it's not that good of a movie. I wanted it to be, but it wasn't.
They burned them down, Kendo, and you know how they put out the flames?
A
little bit of bubbly.
A little bit of bubbly. They got that from Bubblies R Us.
Yeah, I was listening to Pritchard on the way back from getting dinner.
So, you took my advice. I told you it's gotten better. The last few weeks have been pretty good.
Yeah, I missed that bastard. Anyway, the Thunder Robots. If that were to be the case, because that'd be an odd thing to do. It's like, well, Bree, you're signed up for all these movies. Captain Marvel, we project that it won't make any more money, so we're going to put you in Star Wars. Do you think Brie Larson could give us a solo level performance in terms of box office?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm
100%. I wouldn't see it going any other goddamn way.
I'm kind of hoping if she does do Star Wars, it's in heavy makeup. This way, you can't really tell it's her.
You know what the funny thing is about Brie Larson? None of my problems really stem from her looks. It's her shit attitude.
No, it is like that's what I'm hoping is like just put her in makeup so you really don't know it's her, but she's gonna have that like that like where's the manager stance and all and her just like being there. She's gonna have that look on her face like where's the manager the whole time. So
how about they put her in a mocap suit and they have Whoopi Goldberg dub the voice?
She's technically in the movie. Yeah, that would work. That would satisfy her 7 movies for her contract. Which even then, like whenever studios do that, that's fluid. That's upon them. The first movie is guaranteed, and all the others are kind of like if this is what we want from you, but they can cut it off whenever they want to. It's their choice.
Well, I don't think Captain Marvel adds anything to the MCU moving forward. No, and as much as we did it, as much as there was investigation into it, as much money as they poured into it to make it seem like it made $1 billion, they're not going to do that again. Mm-mm.
And they know now because there is no Captain Marvel 2 that came out in the next phase that they don't care about her.
And people say it's too early to say that. Well, guys, they didn't announce Spider-Man, and now Spider-Man's back at Sony. So
they already announced Black Panther 2. And they've given, I think, Doctor Strange has a part 2 as well, correct?
Yeah, into the multiverse.
Yeah,
right?
so I mean, like they're doing sequels and more movies. So
Multiverse Boogaloo.
So I mean, yeah, they're doing it. It's just not with her because they pump so much money and so much hype into her that people are just like, you know what, you can polish a turd as much as you want. It still smells like shit.
That's pretty good.
Well, that's my. I don't know what they're gonna do next to be novel. I think the novelty's worn off, and moving forward, it's gonna take a lot more to make $2 billion at the box office if they can ever do it again.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right. I mean, the next time that happened, there's not going to be another deliberate $1 billion movie from Marvel in a long time. I mean, because it was fucking over 10 years in the making. Everyone was on the same page. If it does happen, it's going to be another accidental success. Kind of like how the first Deadpool was released and it became this huge fucking deal. They're not going to have another purposeful $1 billion career genre defining movie for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Funny thinking of Deadpool. Did you see that image of Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds? I think he visited him on set dressed as Deadpool.
Yep. They keep teasing that shit, and I'm just like, you guys better not fucking honey dick me. Something amazing better happen with Deadpool and Wolverine, goddamn.
I don't honey dicked.
Yeah, I got a feeling you're gonna get that dick deep in honey because I don't see it happening.
I mean, I'd love for it to happen. I mean, people would support it 100%. It would be funny as shit.
Oh, it'd be a great fucking movie.
Yeah, it would be great.
That would be a great movie. Yeah,
So real
make
quick,
a Dukes Brothers bet. Yeah,
I'll make any Dukes Brothers bet.
Oh yeah, so will I too. I'm a degenerate gambler when it comes to Dukes Brothers bets.
I love that movie so much.
It's a great movie. It is such a great movie.
Is it Dan Aykroyd's best?
I mean, he
think so.
He did a damn good job in it. He really did.
I will say yes, only because while he was great in Ghostbusters, Bill Murray's the one that made that happen. So, yeah.
And also, Dan Aykroyd was in blackface in Trading Places, so
Lionel Joseph.
Yeah.
And
nobody gave him shit.
Because there was context. It was context. It's very important that we have context for these things because that was part of the joke. It's absurd that he's in blackface. Same thing with Tropic Thunder. That's it being so stupid is the joke. So
it's not meant to be offensive or bad. It's just you look at it, you go, okay, I get it. He has to go incognito so Binks doesn't see him. But really, blackface.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
Fantastic movie.
Changed my life. I don't say
Folks.
Happy New Year anymore. It's Merry New Year.
Yeah. Folks, if there's any movie you need to watch within the next week, go watch Trading Places. It's got everything. It's
Trading.
hilarious.
We should do a Christmas commentary for Trading Places.
Ooh,
I agree. I agree. It's got everything you could ever want from a movie. It's 80s as shit. It's fantastic Eddie Murphy. It's Dan Aykroyd before he got fat and weird. It's got Frank Oz in it, so you get your Star Wars fix.
That's true.
It's got Jamie Lee Curtis, who was extremely roll tide at the time, showing off her Hooters not once but twice.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
And what am I missing? What am I leaving out? I mean, you get to watch Ralph Bellamy and Don Amici in it, and they're two of the finest actors that have ever graced the silver screen.
Yeah. Don Amici was in Rosemary's Baby, which is what I watched the other night.
And he was the voice of Shadow the dog in Homeward Bound with Michael J. Fox.
I haven't seen that movie since like 1994.
you mean to tell me we're homeward bound?
Doc!
Marty!
God, I want to watch Back to the Future now. Let's see. Sir Billy Ritchie, he's been knighted. He says Lucasfilms that would be an ecumenical matter.
Oh, I love that. If he's making a reference to Father Ted, you win, sir. You win.
He might be. The Fixer, thank you very much. He says, so Jeff has time for Lord of the Rings, but doesn't have time for The Man in the High Castle. Bullcrap, I say. Also, I'd like to say that any contempt filmmakers are being purged. Sorry. I would also like to say that any contempt filmmakers are being purged of death Stalin style. So I guess we're killing off filmmakers who have contempt of the fans. That's kind of mean.
I mean,
but I'm not.
Unless they're actually going to gulags and being starved and worked to death, I don't think we can call it Stalin style.
Oh, sorry, I'm really fucked that up. It's also any filmmaker. Sorry, I'd like to say that any competent filmmakers are being purged death of Stalin style. So, yeah, I guess that's the case. If you try to make like a nice middle of the road movie, it only has to be a couple $1 million, like $20 million, and it can bring in 100 or something. It feels like that doesn't. There's not a place for that in the marketplace anymore. It's got to be an adaptation or something crazy. And
it's going to make $1 billion or else it's not successful. It's like you got your money back. It was $20 million movie. You made $100 million. Like be happy.
So like, we make a movie, say we can get funding for $5 million.
Okay.
It makes $15 or $20 million. And we're like, no one's ever heard of us. And we took $5 million and turned it into $20 million. That's pretty damn impressive.
Oh yeah, that is.
Oh, I agree. Especially considering we embezzled $4 million of it to start with and made it for
$500,000.
Yeah, we made the movie for $15,000 and pocketed the rest.
UA Bowl style, motherfuckers.
That's right.
We got tax breaks from Germany,
Yeah.
Hungary.
See what happens when you give us people money?
Just a violent ass movie about four bros in fucking Czechoslovakia getting into it with gangsters, and we're just smashing dudes' skulls on the curb, getting shot up. End of the movie is just limping down the street. Hey man, you want to get a beer? Yeah, I can get a beer. End of the movie, $20 million. Boom, cash it.
Netflix buys our studio.
They just randomly put down $3 billion. And we're like, yeah, we don't need all this money. No. We're Netflix. We know what we're doing. All right.
All right, that's fine. Just talk to us when the check clears, and then we'll get back
Ryan
going.
Gosling, I got $3 billion. You want to come over, get drunk, and make a movie? Yeah, sure.
Dude, for that kind of money, we could take 2 of the billions, split it amongst the 4 of us. We're retired for life. We take $1 billion, and we make what, 10 $100 million movies?
Mm-hmm.
How's that sound?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
And then at the end, when we're just tired of it, we'll just be like, yep. And now we're going to retire to our fucking islands with Coleman having the lobster and the crab.
Ooh,
very, very good.
That's right.
Well,
Why
we're
not have
20%.
Extra prima good, sir.
There you go. Thank you. By the way, so the Fixer, I haven't had time for Lord of the Rings yet. A lot of people keep asking me, but Kendo, I had a thought about why I may not hate it as much as everyone thinks I may.
Because you get to watch it with your best friend?
Well, Lord of the Rings has a lot of similarities to Zelda, and I love The Legend of Zelda. So if I can buy into The Legend of Zelda, I'm pretty sure I can buy into that.
Jeff, counterpoint.
Yeah.
I love The Legend of Zelda probably more than anybody you know. I hated Lord of the Rings.
Well, the things that you may hate about Lord of the Rings and the things that I don't know about Lord of the Rings are 2 separate possibilities. I was going to say things, but I was trying not to.
You're like, fuck, I don't want to say things again.
Yeah. Mid-sentence, I'm thinking to myself, don't do it, man. Don't do it. Blings?
Fangs?
Yeah.
Shabanga bangs.
Shamalang.
Shamalanga lemonlang.
Yeah, so maybe I'm gonna give it a fair shake there, the fixer. We'll find out. I don't have time for it yet. I have a lot of videos to make. I've been really busy this week, as you guys can tell. JRG Projects, thank you very much. He says, we need a Whitney Houston montage for Han, Luke, and Leia, like in Far From Home for Stark and Cap, a Star Wars funeral. Now, Kendo, you're the only one here that hasn't seen Spider-Man Far From Home, correct?
Yeah, you're correct.
Okay, so Dion,
I don't watch movies.
When they started playing the Whitney Houston, did you crack up?
I did. I gotta give him that. I did start fucking laughing. I'm not gonna lie, that was really good.
I laughed a lot in Spider-Man Far From Home, but that was like the only emotion I ever felt. I never felt excited or on the edge of my seat. You know, I popped in Spider-Man 2 and I just watched the bank robbery scene where he fights Doc Ock off the side of the building.
Fuck yeah.
And I'd still get some emotion out of that, some feeling. You know, I know I'm alive. With this Disney stuff, it's just like I'm sitting there.
No, for sure. I did enjoy Far From Home more than I thought I was going to, and that was actually really good, that part. And and I'll even say the a lot of the shit with the teachers were really funny and made me laugh out loud. But yeah, it's just if they were to do that for Star Wars, they would get a nod from me. I won't say I get a thumbs up, goddammit, it, but I'll give them a nod.
A nod. That's good enough. A wink and a nod.
Hey.
Let's see. We have Kid Menu Jeremy. This is a great name.
Oh, okay.
It says, good Star Wars. No, it's too late. Where are my tots?
I mean, it's an accurate representation. The dude eats like a child.
Well, no, and don't forget your Yoo-hoo, okay? Don't forget your Yoo-hoo.
Well, Ethan's like, hey, when we go to New York, I'll take you out to a nice seafood dinner and steak. I'm like, first off, why didn't we do this in Chicago when I was there? I wanted to go for steak. We talked about it, never happened. Secondly, Jeremy wants like a cheeseburger and like a scoop of vanilla ice cream. I think that'll make him happy.
Can you imagine him at St. Homo's?
No.
That would be such a waste.
Yeah. He'd out anus Lape. And that's hard to do.
Yeah, with his grass-fed beef.
Right.
Wagyu. I have it with the Wagyu.
The Wagyu.
How long was this beer brewed? How many hops are in it?
Never mind, it tastes like shit.
This beer is terrible and your food sucks.
I'm like, it's only a $400 dinner, Lape. Shut up.
Guys, quiet down. My anxiety is getting up. Quiet down. Just quiet down a bit. We're in this restaurant. Quiet down.
God, that sounds like my 8th grade teacher.
I just love how he freaked out. Every time we go to a hotel with him, he freaks out.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like the hotel police are going to come get us and lock us up. It's like they don't have those
Anymore.
Yeah, if anything, they'll just do like they did that one time. They came, they knocked on the door, told us to shut the fuck up.
First of all, most of us are colored guys. They're not going to call the police on us. That's not going to happen.
That's a phrase I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah. Easy, Nick.
Calm it down. But yeah, I mean, they're not going to call the police on us. That's just going to look really bad on them.
Hey, man, this is Indiana, damn it. All these colors in here making loud noises. Y'all need to calm it down.
Yes, sir.
That accent is spot on, Dion.
Thank you very much.
That's scary.
I had to go inside my inner Hoosier.
That's exactly like people in Indiana.
My inner Hoosier.
Inner Hoosier.
Dude, that's Kendo's fucking memoir, My Inner Hoosier.
Yeah, fucking Hoosiers. Every time I hear the word Hoosier, I just imagine Kendo deep in the background. You fucking Hoosiers.
Look, one, there is no inner Hoosier inside of me. You know how I feel about Hoosiers. And two,
Yeah, we do.
For me, the word Hoosier means something completely different than somebody from Indiana.
The only Hoosier I respect is Gene Hackman. That's only because he's goddamn Gene Hackman.
Yeah. Actually, the only Hoosiers I don't have a problem with are actual Indiana Hoosiers. The Missouri and Southern Illinois Hoosiers I have problems with.
Because that means they actually went to college. And they could spell the word Hoosier. Crossroads of America.
Fuck yeah. Sorry. Ian Malcolm says, now eventually, Disney, do you plan to have Star Wars in your Star Wars movie? Right? Hello?
This thing on?
Yeah.
Anybody home?
That's what
McFly.
I think.
Bueller. Bueller.
You ever feel bad for Biff?
Yes.
I do. I feel bad for him at the beginning of 2. By the end of 2, I'm like, fuck that guy. And then I feel bad for his ancestor in 3.
In 3.
Oh yeah, Mad Dog. I mean, don't call him Mad Dog. I mean, yeah. Nikkei.
You
What
mean
is that? Some kind
2020
of Chinese talk?
canon? Let's see. We're gonna read one more, and then we're gonna get back to the show. We have a lot of these, so tonight's show will be a little longer. So, folks, don't worry. If you send them in, keep them coming. We'll read them all. Give you the proper time you deserve. Andrew Clark says, "How can they think Star Wars is oversaturated? Lost made way more content in the same amount of time and maintained a tremendous audience interest." Well, Andrew, it's called an excuse, and Disney is terrible at them.
They are.
Plus, I don't know if I'd use Lost as the best example.
Yeah. that ending is the definition of shitting the bed.
Yeah. Hey, we have an ending here. It technically is an ending because it's the end of the show, and I guess it's the ending because there's not going to be another episode. So you guys would like it. They're out of
it was basically J.J. Abrams being like, "Oh, I've got this box and it's a mystery. That's gonna be the ending."
Mm-hmm. And then the dude who wrote that fucking show went on and did Prometheus, and we all know how that shit went.
Yeah.
Because I've never heard of that show ever.
Right. And it's somebody that can respectfully and proudly hold up their hand and say he's never watched an episode of Lost. Wasn't the ending that they were dead the whole time?
No, I think it was that the island was like purgatory or something.
The ending is like whatever you think it is. I think that's the ending.
Okay. Yeah, it was like because I think that's what they were trying to go with, is that it was purgatory, but then it wasn't. But then it was like some kind of time bubble that they fell into when the plane crashed. It wasn't very clear.
So in other words, they ripped off The Sixth Sense, a good movie, and The Langoliers, a terrible movie.
Is that the one with Balky Bartakamus?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
The one who's ripping the paper. That's the one.
Yeah, and that blind girl keeps hearing all the fucking noises, and it's those fucking flying meatballs with teeth eating up the planet.
Yep,
and they have to get in the plane and fly backwards through like the time vortex thing to get back to where they're supposed to come from. Yeah, it's retarded.
You know what? I'm going to show the audience right now how bad the effects look in that movie. Yeah.
Yes, do it,
dude.
Do it.
I almost want to get us to watch that for Schlocktoberfest.
I will support that right now.
Because if you want us to, watch
no, don't even go through that. We're fucking watching the goddamn movie.
We're watching. As
I
my
love
father
that fucking movie.
declared them a long time ago, the Schlongoliers, when they debuted as the miniseries on NBC. I think it was NBC. It might have been ABC. Who cares? That movie was terrible.
First off, here's Balky Bartakamus.
Yes.
Secondly, here's Stephen King.
Yeah.
Thirdly, this is what the movie looks like.
Yep. Remember too that when they get up close, it looks like fucking effects made in Microsoft goddamn Paint.
Yep.
And then their teeth but the teeth all spin and shit, so it looks like a shitty 90s action movie where they use CGI. And on top of that shit, they just randomly eat the ground in that movie. They're chasing the plane and they're like eating the ground. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, right there on that picture where they're like trying to bite the guy and it's like fucking taking chunks out of the ground and stuff. It's like, what the hell is happening here?
Ooh, here's a crossover.
And you just hear,
oh my God, back to the Langoliers.
Back to the Langoliers. Great Scott.
Let's just look at this for 1 minute. I lost 43 million.
Watching that movie will make anybody feel like they lost $43 million.
And I did it deliberately.
Fucking the Langoliers.
Oh God.
Oh my God. And how they always stopped right in front of them.
Yeah, just so you know, it's a runtime of I think 180 minutes.
I'm willing to commit for the Langoliers.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Were made by all.
There you go. That's how that worked. There you go. That's how that happened.
Folks, if you think we're making this up, this is what the movie actually looks like.
Yeah, the fucking Langoliers from 1995. Jesus, that was almost. There you go. We'll celebrate the 25th anniversary 1 year early by watching the Langoliers.
Oh my God, that's too.
And maybe we'll do some bonus content of a roundtable of power ranking the Stephen King movies.
Do you want to? I think we should make that happen.
I think we should make that happen too. Spoiler alert: Langoliers gonna be towards the bottom.
might be well. The Stand is pretty monotonous, but it's not as bad as the Langoliers.
The Stand at least had good, act. It had Rob Lowe.
Well, how about
that spells Langoliers?
Yeah, a lot of
how
16-year-olds had
about
Rob
how
Lowe.
about Tommy Knockers?
I haven't seen that.
Ooh, I haven't seen that in years. I fucking love that movie.
That one was actually not.
I'm about to say that's an actual. I don't want to shit on that one. I like Tommy Knockers.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's two different conversations about the Langoliers and Tommy Knockers. They're at opposite ends of the spectrum.
You know what's gonna be near the top of the list for me is Thinner.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Shit! I saw that as a kid,
I never saw that one. I never saw that one.
We were gonna watch it together because it's got a really fucked up ending.
Deal.
Oh,
deal.
it does.
Another one that because that one reminds me of is Storm of the Century. I fucking love that.
Storm of the Century,
dude. That one. Yes, Deep East. Yes, yeah. I just was gonna say. I just said it. That one's kind of freaky. Very freaky.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the advertisements for Thinner, and both my parents were like, "We're gonna go watch this. We're gonna take you with us." I'm like, "Okay."
No, dude, Thinner was a good movie.
Thinner was awesome.
I've seen that movie probably 20 times.
Oh my god.
I
still remember the poster, like distinctly.
Yeah,
I remember the guy's face.
Guy. Yeah, he's like all like sunken looking and like he's dying.
I need to stop watching the 1990 version of It. I've seen it like 10 times since Horror Hound.
But it's so much fun though. It's so much fun.
So I was at dinner with my mom and I was like, "Hey mom, I'm going to show you a scene from It." She's like, "Is it scary?" I'm like, "No." And so it's the scene where Tim Curry goes, "Excuse me, sir, do you have Prince Albert in a can?" "You do." "Well, you better let the poor guy out." My mom's like, "This is uncomfortable."
Well, apparently, my niece who's 9 watched the newest part 1 recently, and she loved it. She absolutely loved it. I was very proud of her. I was like, "Good for you, good for you."
Oh yeah, you guys. I gave you guys blow by blow commentary when Doofus watched it. And he's going to be 10 in 2 months, and he loved that movie, dude. He was laughing when the one bully with the spray, the wannabe flamethrower guy,
Wanders or whatever his name was.
Yeah, when he gets popped, dude, he was. I heard him laughing. So I mean,
that was a part of the movie where everyone was like, "Yeah, fuck that guy."
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, if anybody deserved to be eaten, it was him. But yeah, he enjoyed the movie. I was like, because he'd been asking me for about a year to watch the movie, and I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
I mean, it's not scary, but he's 9, so he could be frightened by it. But he's not scared of clowns, and he's not stupid, so he probably will like this movie. And he loved it. He wants me to take him to see It Part 2, and I'm like, all right.
I need to go watch it again to give it a better review. I gave it like a 6.5.
I need to watch it again because I don't remember most of it.
Yeah, because somebody was voguing in front of you.
Well, there was the voguing and then the whole 45-minute nap in the middle of it.
I fell asleep twice. Normally, if I fall asleep in a movie, I wake up, I'm really refreshed, and I see the end of the movie. No, it's the only movie I've fallen asleep in twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's long enough that it allows for that.
I went and saw it again with Hill and Diane, and I felt the same way about it. I stayed up the first time, I stayed up the second time. I feel the same way about it. It's a solid 7. Still 7.5. But
so you didn't scream this time, right?
Yeah, you didn't shriek when the old lady started,
No, I shrieked again. I totally,
Okay.
I shrieked again. That shit, that's still my favorite part of that whole movie, especially when she's.
That was my favorite part of the movie too. When she did that, and all of a sudden I hear, ah!
I didn't do it like that. God damn it! It was more of a. Oh man!
Well, that's not at all how that happened. That is not.
Dion, you're lying to us right now. Stop lying to us. All right behind you. We'll know. Dion, quit it, Dion.
I hate both of you. See, now I gotta fucking take an ear off the headphones because my fucking asshole friends.
We have a corroborating. I have a corroborating witness. Nick was sitting right next to me when it happened. We both looked at each other and started laughing.
Yeah, that's true.
It was,
and I hear, was that Dion? I was like, yeah.
No, it was more of a, oh man, oh damn.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh shit. Maybe even deeper. Oh fuck. Oh
nope.
That's kind of scary. Oh shit.
So do you guys want to talk about something serious that we normally don't cover on the channel, but it's kind of a big deal right now?
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
Have you guys heard about this Joker drama about
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
About what?
The Joker, the movie, The Joker, or just Joker.
Yeah. What's
sorry.
the drama? What's the drama?
With the military and all this shit?
No,
okay, I have
didn't
not
hear
heard that part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's I think it's because of the anniversary of The Dark Knight is happening.
No, that happened in July.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the summer.
Dark Knight
movie.
was a
Well, then
summer
I'm-
movie, dude.
Well, then I'm way off.
So we'll talk about Joker for a minute. I've never heard about this from a fucking movie before. U.S. military issues warning to troops about incel violence at Joker screenings.
What?
Oh God.
The U.S.
That's where
military
we're at.
has warned service members about potential for a mass shooting at a screening of the Warner Brothers film Joker, which has sparked wide concerns.
Oh.
Hold on. So what you're telling me is incels are actually gonna get out of their basements and do something? What the fuck?
Well, they're doing that because of the guy that shot up the place in Aurora or whatever that called himself the Joker. That's
Mhm.
probably
yeah.
because he was pissed about, whatever the fuck that
And I
was.
don't mean to I don't mean to
probably being
disparage
an
anyone
incel.
that got shot in that, but like, why wasn't there a concern for Suicide Squad because the Joker was in that, or any of
Right.
these other previous Batman films? I mean, what? This is the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
I think because this depicts the Joker in that fashion, like he's this guy who's having negative thoughts and not in a good place, and then he decides to become the Joker and become this this crime boss, this person who just starts killing people all over the place. Like I think that's the thing. So
Yeah. Let's see. This is just the craziest story.
yeah, it is. It's weird, and I don't know why they're hitting this movie of all movies. It
Well,
doesn't
I'm
make sense.
interested to see who released the notice. Like, what was it? Was it all of the military? Was it a branch wide? Was it just one post in a specific city? Like that's what I want to know. Because if I had to guess, I would have guessed it's in a kind of a smaller, not small town, but a smaller city that
It
deals with
says
that.
the Texas Department of Public Safety's Joint Crime Information Center.
Why would
Yeah.
Texas be worried? Everybody there has a gun.
That's true.
Because it's Texas. Texas is the same place that thinks that fucking video games create mass shootings and shit. So
That's
That's
that's one of the
also
few
true.
times I like living where I live. Nobody's gonna pull that shit because everybody's got a gun.
Do you think this is going to affect the box office at all?
No,
I don't. Fucking Dark Knight Rises still made $1 billion. I really don't. If anything, it's gonna, probably kids will be able to go see it more often because all the scared old people will be like, "Oh my god, did you hear that there's gonna be a Joker movie? Oh my god!" So I think it might help it.
Yeah,
I
who
mean,
knows?
I'm going to go see this movie. It has nothing to do with trying to push back at this. I saw the trailer months ago. Like, how
Yeah.
movie trailers are supposed to come out, not with Star Wars, where it's like, hey, the movie's out tomorrow. Here's the first trailer.
You hear that,
What?
Lucasfilm?
Huh? What?
episode 9. Please watch our movie.
Episode 9. Oh, come on, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Episode 9, please, please, please.
Episode 9, this is the last time, I swear.
Episode 9, we fixed it.
Yeah, episode 9. It's better than the other one.
Episode 9, gotcha, bitch. Oh, my God. It's just been a weird week for everything. I mean, the George Lucas bombshell is probably the biggest piece of news. Now, have you guys heard about the war against Doomcock and his Captain
A
Marvel?
little bit, yeah. What's
I
what's
saw that
the
a little bit on YouTube. I was like, that's ridiculously hilarious.
So I won't get into like a whole screen share and stuff with Doomcock because this is an audio podcast for a small portion of our audience. But in all seriousness, so there was We Got This Covered article that talked about Captain Marvel and how Disney may be losing interest in Brie Larson because Spider-Man was supposed to be a way to introduce her, to lighten her up, to make her more palatable to the actual audience. And then they lost Spider-Man, and now Doomcock had a source that said that. And so I covered that, obviously mentioned it was a rumor, so we don't know anything yet. But now websites, like I think it's Inverse, is going after Doomcock and trying to start shit and call him out. And if you remember last Christmas, Doomcock and I were both called out by Esquire magazine. You guys remember that?
yeah.
Or no,
What a
yeah, was it
douche.
Esquire?
I thought it was
No.
Esquire.
Okay.
No,
I guess
it was
was
what's
it
his name? What's it?
Scott Middleton?
No, I thought it was
Was
the
it
Forbes.
No,
What's
it wasn't Forbes.
What's the fashion one?
GQ.
No, the other one.
Ebony.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's Ebony or Jet.
Yeah, Jet. We're the Jet Man of the Month.
Yeah, Maxim.
God.
I'm pretty sure I thought it was Esquire.
Yeah, I want to say it was Esquire.
Either way, the guy is not important.
No, but there's a Joker commercial on TV right now.
I'm watching it right now, and it just makes me want to go see that movie and not worry about incel violence.
No, it looks like a well-made film. Todd Phillips has made some great movies. We got our boy, whatchamacallit,
Joaquin Phoenix.
Scorsese. That's who I want to talk about. Scorsese is the man. He's producing. I don't get to see this
trailer.
I won't get to see this for quite a while, actually, because I made plans to see it. Well, I have to wait till the week after to see it. So if you guys catch it, obviously before me, you can review it on the channel, and then I'll chime in later. So, by the way, folks, our October 9th episode will be on a Wednesday. So we'll make the announcement known plenty of time in advance, like we are right now. But just be prepared. There will be 2 podcasts for the rest of the year that will take place on Wednesday nights, and we'll give you ample time to know all about them.
Well, the other one be Thanksgiving Eve, so they got that covered.
That'll be a pre-recorded week.
That's okay. We'll just K50HJ.
Okay, cool. They'll never know. They'll never see me coming.
That's right.
So I haven't heard Doomcock's response yet, Superfan Adam Shawhan, but I know there was a lot of hubbub during the High Council this week, which was a pretty damn excellent episode. And, the Fandom Menace, it's funny. They attack us. They say terrible things about us. They lie. But most of the shit we cover comes true. A lot of it.
Well, yeah, and all the sources you have are from reliable publications. So how are we bad?
I'm just saying, I put my time in. I do the research. It's because they don't like the message. That's the point of a lot of this stuff.
Well, that's because it runs contrary to the narrative they're trying to create.
Yeah. Well, folks, we live in a digitally connected world where you can bypass their bullshit and you can make up your own minds. Or if you're waiting to see a film till we review it, remember, when we review stuff, Kendo says in the Zelda review, see it, don't see it. We don't make any money if you go see it. So we'll just give you our honest take.
That's right. We don't give a shit what you do with our review and opinion, although we do think that personally you should just take everything we say as fact.
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. So since we're on the topic of controversy, we're talking about the Joker stuff, and that was just a small little story. Last week, the big story was Rambo and how it's this movie for Trump's America, how it's this movie that's anti-Mexican and immigration, and all these things. And I've never seen a film that has a more bullshit review. I don't want to say ratio because we've seen that stuff, but I've never seen a film get reviews based on like invisible criticisms that aren't there in the picture.
Well, there was one for Ad Astra as well. I think Anna, that Star Wars girl, covered it. And I watched a video that she did about it. Some guy like watched a trailer, then like did a full like 2-page review about it, and I thought it was ridiculous. It just didn't make any sense.
I thought Ad Astra looked awesome. The trailer.
Yeah, I gotta check it out. Especially it's got old ass Tommy Lee Jones, and usually his shit's pretty legit.
Yeah, I mean it's a very pretty movie. The moon, like I guess the moon drive-by space battle scene is really awesome. It's very, very long. Like somebody really loves 2001: A Space Odyssey. They really love that shit.
I saw a review the other day that actually made me fucking howl with laughter. But it was Ad Astra is the movie if you really like a movie about a dude sitting in space being sad. And I was like,
that's 100% what that is.
Nice.
Like it's something I would probably get really high and watch. And that'd be it. I would just have the nod in the background, and just be like, just put this on and let me watch what happens.
When you say moon drive-by scene, does like a spaceship like pull up away from the moon? The lights are off, and all of a sudden they fucking gun it, and then Ice Cube pops out with a machine gun.
Well, here's what happens. He's on a secret mission. So he has to get transported from the main moon base to a military moon base, like on the other side. And he has and mind you, these are like Apollo moon rovers. Like this is what they look like. And he's in the middle, and there are 2 security teams on both like the front and the back of him, and they're just racing as fast as they can across the moon. And all of a sudden, there are moon pirates.
Oh,
moon!
Wait,
I'm not kidding. There are moon pirates who start shooting at them. They start shooting at them, and he's trying, they're trying to kill them or trying to get whatever, trying to get like supplies or resources or whatever. And he pulls out, I guess, like like some sort of gun. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if it's like plasma or laser or whatever. It's something. Just shooting. He starts shooting at them and everything. Like, it's a whole like crazy, wonderful scene that I loved. I loved in the whole movie because it was ridiculous and fun.
Dude,
and
you completely
really
sold
well
me
done.
with Moon Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, have people like gone to the moon before and just not come back? Is that what that's trying to say?
I think that's what it is. Like they're in little colonies like on the moon somewhere. Like they were the first people up there, and like they're still living in like the first places that they have up there, and they're just gaining resources and stealing shit and just living how they can, which is weird because like it's the moon. There's you can't grow anything as far as I know. The very limited information about the people the moon pirates, and I don't know how they're getting.
They might
resources.
have like moon tomatoes.
But yeah, it's probably one of the most fun scenes ever, and the best scene because like it's done like an action movie, and it's done really well, and I fucking love it. It was so awesome.
Was the movie overall better than The Martian?
No, I would watch The Martian a couple more times before I would watch this, honestly, because because like The Martian to me is just kind of like you're watching Survivor, but in the most barren wasteland ever, and you're like the guy's a million miles from home, and he could die at any point if he does not like do the exact right thing.
Were there Mars pirates?
There were no Mars pirates. I'm sorry.
Fuck. All right. I mean, that kind of damages your credibility here when you say that's better, but it's a movie without moon pirates.
Well, no, that's my personal opinion because The Martian to me was
a selling point.
The Martian
we have
to me,
moon pirates in this movie.
I agree, but honestly, that like it's a wonderful scene, but it's only a scene. Like Dion said, it's basically a guy being alone and sad in space most of the time. That's really what it is.
And then he met the pirates, and he went on adventurous
lifestyle. And he got in a fucking space gunfight. Fucking
there's also another scene where like there's the experimental Swedish space thing that puts out a distress signal, and he has to go on there and help them out and figure out what's going on. And he keeps calling them, and they eventually dock with the Swedish
spaceship.
This sounds like a better version of No Man's Sky for PlayStation.
Yeah, so like on this Swedish station that he docked with, were there large-breasted Swedish women? On
here's the thing.
I'm envisioning.
It's him. It's him and another guy, and they keep like calling them and trying to hail them. Doesn't happen.
So he docked with another guy.
Ugh. He's a Swedish plumber. Here's picture pipes. This is
yeah, I'm from
Would
Sweden.
you like me to suck your pipe? I take off my shirt. Yeah.
Time for the Swedish meatballs.
I wish all of this happened because the scene that happened was really was like a horror movie. Because
in other words, we should remake this movie and the vision that we have for it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, entirely. We need to call the guy who helped make Space Babes from Outer Space. And just do that whole thing.
Right? Yeah, we can get a hold of him. He was a cool dude. But we should tell him back. Dude, we got this idea for a movie. Think of Ad Astra, but all the cool shit that could have happened happens. We got space pirates. We got large-breasted, blondish Swedish chicks running around screaming about Swedish meatballs. There's Swedish fish. Swedish docking. It's gonna be great. Don Docking will be in it.
Docking's doing the music.
We'll even add some Dutch rudders in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is our best episode.
Yeah. Don Docking will sing a song called Don Docking, and it's about him hooking up with one of the Swedish chicks and running from the space pirates or the moon pirates or fuck it. There will be space and moon pirates. There's two types of pirates.
Space gun battles. Yeah.
Oh god. Well, okay, what like this the Swedish ship or whatever, like the ship, him and another guy go in there and try to find the people who are in there. And he tries calling the other dude because he goes through most of the ship, and he finds the guy just like kind of like being there weightless, and he looks like this baboon comes out from behind him.
Ooh, a baboon!
Yeah, like there's two of them.
Better.
The baboon has been eating the people on the ship.
That's fine.
To stay alive. He eats most of the guy's face and his hand.
Well, I mean, I would expect that to happen. Didn't you see that thing on that talk show where that chimp ate that chick's face?
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah. So like they were doing experiments with animals, and this baboon, like both these baboons, like attack these people and eat them. That's why there's nobody alive because they've been eating them.
Well, you know what? Let's leave it there. I'm going to say you sold me. Nick, you are a better reviewer than any motherfucker on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I heard baboons eat people, space pirates, Don Dokken. I'm there.
Yeah, Swedish chicks. I mean, this gets better and better.
Quarter pounder.
I so badly want to make a space movie. You have no idea. It would be fun as shit.
Down the road, guys.
We have the technology. We just need the money.
That's true.
Yeah.
Folks, if you want us to make a space battle movie full of Swedish chicks, baboons, and pirates, go ahead and just send your donations over now. The phone lines are open.
Let's see. Let's read a couple more super chats, and then we'll talk about Rambo: Last Blood, because everyone but Kendo has seen it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep drinking this bubbly.
To the bubbly.
A little bit of bubbly.
Let's see. Mr. M Watches YouTube says the reason Star Wars failed is not because of too much too fast. It's because of too much SJW politics. So of course they'll forget they're not honest. Well, they're definitely not an honest group of people in Hollywood. If I see Disney on it, I don't trust it. You know, when I used to make the videos with the toys, I call it the Disney Death Mark. Only the first. Like the beginning of when they got into the MCU, was it completely free of a lot of stuff like that. But there are politics that permeate Star Wars nowadays that, I don't know, turn off a lot of people. But I still think the movies are poorly made. That's my number one complaint.
Yeah, I mean, when you basically copy the first movie entirely and like it's basically, and you basically have a dick measuring contest in that movie. Like, this is the first Death Star. This is our new Death Star. It's like, the fuck are you doing?
It's a more meteor Death Star. Look at all the meat.
Yeah, and we get 5 planets as opposed to one.
Yeah, you got a fucking space station. We got a space planet. Look at these. Look at my balls.
It's
J.J. Abrams.
Here.
Yeah, basically that's what they were doing. It was a dick measuring contest between George Lucas and Disney. It's like, here's George Lucas' Death Star. Here's ours. Like, the fuck are you doing?
You know what the difference is, though? George Lucas's Star Wars could keep it up. The new Disney stuff may be bigger, but it's limp as shit.
Yeah. It's like that dude in that Jurassic Park video I sent you.
God. Oh, God.
I hope you shared that.
I did.
Stratos Radio Blue says, would rather have Gendy Tartakovsky heading an animated trilogy. His shorts were timeless on Cartoon Network. Plus, no risk of bland Marvel comedy with lightsabers. I think those are excellent points. Now, you guys at least have seen the animated Clone Wars, correct?
Yes. Yeah, some of it.
It was so cool. I remember watching that when it was new, and it would come on. It's like Clone Wars is going to be on, and I think they would show like maybe 2 or 3 episodes because they're only 4 minutes each. So sometimes they'd play them to you in blocks, and I remember catching a big block of them right before episode 3, and I was so pumped. But like stylistically, the way the story is told, like the best one for me is when Anakin fights Asajj Ventress on the top of that like Mayan-looking pyramid, and the rain and there's steam coming off the lightsabers when the rain hits it.
Oh, okay.
It was so cool and so atmospheric. And yeah, I don't really want more humor in Star Wars. You see what we get? We get your mama jokes. We get Finn.
Yeah, not having humor, not having direct humor in Star Wars was not the problem. Like, there is humor in Star Wars. There is. It's just it's very, very subtle. You know, it's there, but you got to, yeah, it's always been there.
Let's see. Our friend Disturbed Fan 0717 Productions. Thank you for being a patron, and thank you for this. I don't trust how the media is spinning that just because Feige is a diehard Star Wars fan. That'll be hope for Star Wars. They said the same about Ryan and JJ, and look how that turned out.
Well, see, that's always the thing. That's always their way of saying that. That's their way of justifying somebody coming in and doing something in Star Wars. Like, oh, they're a diehard Star Wars fan. They're a diehard Star Wars fan. Like, that's a very vague description for somebody. Like, how are they a diehard Star Wars fan? Like, what makes them this diehard Star Wars fan? Do they just watch the one movie and they love it forever, and they don't know about the other ones? Like, what are you talking about?
They say no bad words about any Star Wars ever and buy all the shit.
That's diehard. He who spends the most and is the most silent is the best fan.
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't say across words. They just suck our dicks and buy all of our shit. That's the best Star Wars fan out there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't mean to keep harping on the point, but Dion, when you made the point, you don't think it'll ever happen. I'm in that camp.
Yeah, man.
Remember, folks, we were told Rian Johnson's trilogy would be on the way and all this stuff, but then we're told it's not happening, but then we're told he can't talk about it, and all this stuff is so goddamn vague. It's difficult to try and trust anything until
well, because I mean, he's been in development for so long. Wouldn't they at least release something about his? Like, wouldn't he say something like, "Hey, this is the name of it. This is what the name's going to be," or "These are the names we're looking at," or "This is like a working title," like something.
Well, no. Excuses will be, but we can't talk about it because it'll detract from our current trilogy. It's like, yeah, people are going to be so excited for Rian Johnson's trilogy that they're going to skip out on this next one. Like,
Right.
They're clearly unfamiliar with the audience scores on The Last Jedi.
well, do you want to hear some shit? Over on the Hollywood Reporter's article, they admitted that there's a division from fans over The Last Jedi.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I had no idea. Welcome to 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Shit. I mean, dude, the day after that movie, we were sitting there just watching the score go down.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Remember how it left China in record time?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like what was it? Like a week or I think it was 2 weeks.
Something stupid like
Yeah,
that.
it was like a really short time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Jeff and I were, I think, literally sitting on the couch watching Trading Places, just refreshing and watching the audience score on The Last Jedi just keep going down and down and down and down. We were really hoping it would make it below The Room, and it did.
Wow.
So for us, that was a huge win because we love The Room and
Okay.
Lisa so much.
If only The Room made money that The Last Jedi did.
We'd be living in a different ass universe. I tell
Yes,
you
we
that.
would.
Then we
The
would
world would be a
have
better
like two or
place.
three more Room movies.
If The Room made Last Jedi money, everyone would love each other, and the world would be a better place to live.
But everyone's just a chicken. Cheep, cheep, cheep,
Cheep,
cheep,
cheep,
cheep.
cheep,
They didn't go
cheep,
see it.
cheep.
Oh man.
Amaretti Aline, our friend, is back. He says, "Hello, WCBS. Recently, I've been introducing friends and former coworkers to Thrawn, Mara Jade, and the original expanded universe. Long live the Empire."
You need to tell those people to listen to our show and subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, why aren't you introducing them to us?
Your
By the
friends,
way-
Jeff, Nick, Dion, and Kendo.
Yeah, by the
Yeah.
way, along with the Empire, I'm down with you on that one. But seriously, make them listen to our shit. Buy whatever we decide to sell, and don't question us.
Take their phones, open up the YouTube app, and just like subscribe to the channel for them. They'll thank you. They'll thank you later.
I find
consume
it
and
funny
obey.
when some people are like, "Oh, it's so hard to subscribe." It's like, are you fucking serious?
It's like you click one thing, you click another thing.
How
and then
fucking
you push
lazy
your
do you
phone.
have to be to not subscribe to a channel? How
Are you
fucking
unfamiliar with
even-
2019 and the people that live in it?
You have a point, sir. You have a
The
point.
only difference between us and those fucking people from that little robot movie is we're not really fat on sleds yet.
Next year.
We're just really fat. There's no sleds.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's one thing I don't understand. It's like, how can you be this lazy? I mean, even I just don't get it. It's like just subscribe. You're clicking buttons on a phone or a computer. It's not that strenuous. It's not that taxing on you.
One person's like, "Yeah, I just search your videos every day." It's like, why?
But if you
That's
subscribe
so
to us,
much
you get
more effort.
notifications. And if you're on our Twitter and you put notifications on Twitter, then you get the videos there as well. If you do it on our Facebook page as well, you get the notifications there too.
Holy shit!
I'm just saying. I know it's really hard to turn notifications on for these things, but I believe in you.
I believe in Harvey
They
Dent.
flock to the newest T Swift video,
believe
but they
the
can't
children are
fucking
the
subscribe
future.
to us.
Teach them
Dion-
well and let them lead the way.
There you go. So if you finish that off.
Our friend and tormentor, Swinging Cod, says, "Saw a mention of moist. Came in late. We talking about the moist Dunham muff crumbs?" Ugh.
No, we're not.
Dion is all day, every day.
Oh yeah, all day, every day. That's a
Dion
little
loves
pound
those
cake.
moist on
God damn
it. Pound cake.
I don't even know why I like you guys.
Dion should have been with me over the weekend. He would have got to go play with some horsies.
Oh, baby Lena Dunham. Oh, yeah. Chocolate Thunder and Lena Dunham star in.
Ooh,
What
they'll make a
Ugly
chocolate
Baby.
pound cake.
Yeah, the movie's called Chocolate Pound Cake, subtitled "Ooh, What an Ugly Baby."
Damn, that's a
Damn, that's
big ass
an ugly
baby.
That's an ugly baby.
It's a big ass ugly baby.
Dude, that'll be a skit. We get her to be on it with you, Dion. Like
Ew,
you call me
I
ugly
don't
and
want
love.
to hang her.
And then the ugly I'll play the ugly baby. It'll just be a giant baby. It's our son. I love it.
I love him so much, and he's not an ugly baby.
Yeah. And then the movie ends with Lena Dunham falling off a cliff.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into that.
And
Yeah,
Dion
no.
learned the true meaning of friendship and what it means to be a man.
it was the friends we made along the way and occasionally had sex with.
AJ Journeyman, we've tried to get him to reconsider liking Lena Dunham with many different things, and it doesn't work.
Even money.
Yeah.
I stand by myself. I stand by my principles. I stand with my dick in my hand.
Yes, you will with her involved. Anyway, speaking of AJ Journeyman, he said in a super chat that says, I told folks at Clownfish TV that I learned of them from you, Jeff. They were flattered and asked me to say hi. Well, AJ Journeyman, I will say hi back to the folks over at Clownfish TV. And I'm glad you guys checked out a recommendation. They seem to be kicking ass. So congratulations to them. Salad King says, hello, all. I am bloody pissed drunk.
Good for you.
A man after my own heart.
Did you just say get tossed, Kendo?
I said, don't get tossed.
Oh, I was about to say something like that about get tossed, but hey.
Don't get tossed.
Yeah. Dobbin Mogg says, make a movie by Checkbox. What do you get? Magnolia. Thumbs down.
Oh God.
My grandma went and saw that movie and walked out of it.
Oh jeez.
I've never heard anybody say anything positive about that movie.
No,
It ended. I guess that's a positive thing.
That's
It kinda
was it
counts.
20 years ago, right? Magnolia.
Probably close to it, yeah.
Yep, 1990 film, 99 film starring. I know Tom Cruise is in it.
Yeah.
He's got that weird haircut.
Everybody makes a mistake.
That
Let's
wasn't
see.
his last.
No. Let's see. It's Paul Thomas Anderson. Oh, we should watch it for the celebration of its 20th anniversary.
Yeah,
Nah.
no.
It stars Tom Cruise, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Julianne Moore, Jason Robards, Philip Baker Hall, a.k.a. the chief from Rush Hour, Dion,
Ooh.
John C. Riley, William H. Macy, Jeff J. Hicks, Dion J. Green,
Wait,
Kendall
what?
J. Slice, and Nick J. Utam.
Yeah,
There we go.
You got my middle
It's
initial,
got a-
right?
Actually, it has a pretty decent cast. It's got Louis Guzman, Melinda Dillon, Alfred Molina. Yeah, Thomas Jane, Henry Gibson, Orlando Jones. Damn. The fucking janitor from Scrubs is in this movie.
Oh, what the fuck?
Robert Downey Sr.,
Damn.
Whoa.
Clark Gregg.
What about Morton Downey Jr.
I think he was dead by this
or
time.
Hawkman?
Hawkman,
Yeah.
Hawkman, you sorry.
coming for you. Morton Downey Jr., you will be missed. What year did he die in? 2001.
90. Oh, 2001. I thought it was like
I
99.
was going to say 96.
No, he wasn't his show on only for 1 year.
2, I think. Or no, maybe it was just 1.
He died of lung cancer.
The dude literally would have a cigarette in his hand on his show every time.
Yeah, there's a documentary about him called Provocateur. It was incredible.
Yep, it was great.
December 9th was his birthday. We should celebrate it by watching that one clip from WrestleMania every year.
Or just that clip of him in Predator 2.
Or that episode of Tales from the Crypt.
Oh, yeah, he is into. Fuck, I forgot about that.
That's a great episode. So is the Shakira J-Lo Super Bowl halftime show going to be awesome or shit?
It's gonna be
I'm
shit.
going to watch it with the mute.
Shakira J-Lo.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I meant. Did I say Beyonce?
Yeah, they're advertising it right now during the football game. As I mentioned to somebody earlier today, and their response was, ooh, and I said, look, Shakira's in it. I'm going to watch it with mute and just watch her just shake that thing, and it ought to be good.
Yeah.
You know, fucking Mark Anthony's going to be watching it from home, touching himself.
Yeah,
She
he's
got
gonna be-
away. She got away.
Well, I mean, him and Will Smith made a song together that was pretty awesome.
I wouldn't say awesome.
I can't even remember the name of it.
It's called Please Stop.
Okay, so who do you like more, Shakira or J-Lo?
Shakira.
Shakira,
that's-
hands
Shakira.
down. It's not even
Is
a
that a serious question?
J-Lo still
Like-
looks good, though.
like J-Lo is attractive when she gets her work done right, but I would not like, she looks like that literally that girl that everyone knows in college or high school that's really hot, and you're like, God, you are Such a bitch. Jesus.
yeah. She does seem like that. It's like, you're really hot, but man, I would never fucking talk to you.
Shakira has never looked bad.
Plus, like, yo, J-Lo, why you keep making horrible movies? That's my question. Just stop it.
You didn't like Hustlers, Dion?
Oh, nah. That's a nah, bruh. Like, we get it, J-Lo. You've got tits. That doesn't mean that you can also sing and entertain me. Just
It's a movie. It's a movie about strippers, and she doesn't take her clothes off.
Yeah, what's the point?
That's the most J-Lo thing ever, too. Like, I remember, like, when she was in that movie Parker with Jason Statham, and like the trailer was like her like taking her clothes off and shit, and the movie was just boring when she was in it. Like, why is she in this? Just show me Jason Statham punching dudes in the face. Why is Jennifer Lopez in this shit? And then she always has to make movies where she's like the rough and up and comer, and it's like, bitch, you haven't been rough and up and coming since
she was like a fly girl.
Yeah, since you were a fly girl. Since you were on Living Color. Fucking stop it. No one's gonna believe that you have a hard time getting a fucking job. It just doesn't work that way. There's not gonna be a hot MILF in existence. It's like, damn, I can't get a job or a promotion. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen to you.
Yeah, we saw Aaron Brockovich.
Fuck. And even that was barely believable.
I mean, it's based on a true story, so it's kind of believable. But, you know.
No, that shit was straight up. They made up a lot about that movie too. But fucking J-Lo, like, always got Made in Manhattan, and that one that just came out about her working at Walmart or whatever. Like, I'm gonna pretend to do this, and I'm tired of being passed over. Bitch, you have not been passed over since '84. Fucking calm down.
Yeah. She was an Anaconda. I saw that.
That's true. That's true.
John Voight wants to nibble on your earlobes. I don't want to hear that bullshit about how
I saw that movie in theaters.
Also, you're worth $400 million. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, your life has not been hard in a very, very long time.
Oh yeah.
Fucking J-Lo, man. Unrelatable. Stop it. You were married to Mark fucking Anthony. Ass ain't relatable.
Yeah, about to say you're about as relatable as Beyonce is.
Yeah.
Did you hear about her trying to copyright her kid's name?
Yeah.
Who?
Beyonce?
That
doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me.
Beyonce is a truly shit person. Remember when she did the halftime show and the internet was made fun of her because of the fucking
the face?
The face, and she tried to get the picture legally taken off the internet.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, that's not how the internet works, honey.
Yeah.
God, she's a shitty person. God, they're both shitty people. Jesus.
I love that image of Beyonce at the Super Bowl.
It's so funny. I like the one where they colored her green and they said, Beyonce's going to play She-Hulk.
Oh, yeah. There were so many memes. It was awesome. Oh, God. It was wonderful.
Here, I'm not going to show all of it because I actually can't find it off the top of my head, but this is fun.
Oh, she did succeed in getting it taken away. And
there it is. There it is.
God.
There it is. That's like a Roman Reigns dirt face.
God, that was so funny.
Oh, jeez.
Can we press an F in the chat for Beyonce's face?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
yeah. For Old Underwood, Philadelphia is winning at halftime right now over Green Bay 21-20 because you asked.
And, of course, Packers scored right before halftime because they're the Packers.
They sure did. And I'm just thankful that I went against my gut instinct and put Alshon Jeffrey in my starting lineup.
Yo, look at this. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, God.
Did you find the Hulk one?
Something better.
Jeez.
Oh,
my God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the crab hands is the best.
I love Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, my God.
She's got the fucking bodybuilder fucking legs and the arms, and she's all bronzed out. Oh, my God. Oh, keep it alive. Keep the Beyonce face alive, America. This will bring us back together again.
Better She-Hulk, Beyonce or China?
China. No, Dion, I think. Remember the song that Mark Anthony Will Smith did? It was like what Esta Rico or whatever. What the fuck? I don't even know what the hell that is.
What the fuck? How fucking genuine you just said that explains that song, and it's funny too because it's like the music video was fucking hilarious to me. It's just Mark Anthony's always sitting down somewhere singing, and it's just
And she sang to me.
It's funny too because Will Smith's got his channel now or whatever. He's like, oh, I just did this song with Mark Anthony, and it's so hot. It's so hot. And I just was sitting there, I'm like, the fuck you mean you did a song with Mark Anthony and it's so hot? Both you motherfuckers is 50. How hot can this song be?
Right, as hot as Icy Hot can get.
With Ben Gay cream.
Yeah, it's like that. Then Ben Gay gets a little warm. It's a little warm, right?
All right. So I got a legit question here. Who would win in a fight between Mark Anthony and Enrique Iglesias?
Ooh,
shit!
Mark Anthony, because his hilarious video, he got his ass beat by Eric Roberts. And anytime you get beat up by Eric Roberts, you don't beat Mark Anthony. Goddamn it.
I think that should be our Twitter poll question for the week. Who would win in a fight, Mark Anthony or Enrique Iglesias? And
tag them both in that fucking tweet. Tag them both in that tweet.
Yes, and I think we can all agree that each one of them could kick the living shit out of Ricky Martin. And Menudo his ass all over the place.
Dude, Ricky Martin did an interview not that long ago, and he's buff as shit.
Yeah, but I still think that either one of those guys could beat his ass.
I don't know, dude. Ricky Martin be wrestling.
All right,
with
so
the dude
there you go. That should be. We'll make it a triple threat.
Ooh, okay.
That's right, Turbo Donk. I Can Be Your Hero, Baby. That song was in Hot Tub Time Machine, one of the greatest movies of all time.
And Jennifer Love Hewitt was in the music video.
It was also that song was in Scrubs like twice in an episode. I think it was like the episode where Dr. Cox like bled his back or something, and he couldn't bend down to get stuff. And every time he tried to do something, they would play that song. It's the weirdest thing.
I don't usually try to read these super chats out of order, but Swinging Cod says Beyonce could kegel your unit off.
Yeah, she probably could.
Oh my god, I love this show. So
she can drag a train with that shit. Let's be honest. Come on now.
Ugh, poor Jay-Z.
Dude, they're not fucking. There's no way, because I think he was caught cheating, and they're just together because of like legal reasons.
Dude, that's the reason they got married in the first place. And like I said, that's why I try not to judge. Famous couples like, oh, so and so was cheating. It's like being famous, especially with someone who's probably unlikable like Beyonce. There's no way they bang. There's no way. I would, if I was in that situation, I'd go and find me Becky with the good hair too. At least Becky slobs the knob. Damn.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce have sex all the time, just not with each other.
and plus, too, if you're Beyonce, are you really gonna bang Jay-Z? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Jay-Z's a business smart
pimping.
guy. He's big pimping, but look at him. The dude looks like a horse whose snout got cut off.
And we know how you feel about horses.
Exactly.
That's right.
There's no way. Jay-Z probably ain't done a push-up since the Blueprint. I don't blame him.
The Blueprint part 1 or part 2?
Both.
Damn.
She's probably, slinging it back on the rock. Why the fuck are you going to mess around with fucking Jay-Z?
She could probably kill him with like a kick to the head, man.
Seriously,
like a horse.
His goofy ass.
Thank you for that, Kenda.
I saw John Wick 3. I went and bought it the other day. I finally got to watch it in.
Oh shit!
Yeah. It's great. It's great,
dude.
And not to mention,
he kills that giant with a book, and then he uses horses to kill people. It's awesome.
Every time Dion talks shit about Jay-Z, this is the face he makes.
Just say nay,
hey, man.
Jay-Z.
I heard
just
you
say
talking
nay.
shit. I'm like,
what the fuck you just say? I said that if it wasn't for money, Jay-Z, you would never get fucking laid.
That's true. That's true. That's very true.
Thank God you're rich, because you'd be.
Have you ever heard him talk? He's like, I don't know, man. He talks real slow, and he's like, "Yo, man, yeah, we just came out with a new album, and it's pretty awesome." Yeah,
I saw his recent video. He's sitting there with Roger Goodell, and he's like, and he keeps like half smiling. We are, we. I'm like, what the fuck you laughing about all the damn time? What's so damn funny? Every time
he thought how much money he's made in the last like 2 minutes is what it is.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna be rich. Rockefeller, Rock Nation.
Jeez.
Anyway, let's talk about Rambo, please. Right?
Oh shit!
We went off on a tangent.
Yeah,
hold on.
I saw Rambo, dog. Yeah.
we had our most engaged tweet over the weekend. For as many Twitter followers as we have, we're about to get to the 10,000 mark. So we'll celebrate by.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane to think, honestly.
Yeah. So we gave it like a 7. I think it was a 7.5. Solid, fun movie. Very short, but violent as hell.
Oh yeah, dude. Like there's no filler at all. Like everything is cut the fuck out.
Yeah. So the basic plot line is Rambo returns at the end of Rambo 4, 10 years ago, to this farm, and it turns out it's his sister's farm or whatever. She married some guy from Mexico, and Rambo oversees his niece. So as she's about to graduate from high school, his niece wants to go meet her father and ask why he abandoned the family. They tell her he's a terrible guy, that she shouldn't go down there. And anyway, she goes down to Mexico against their will to meet her dad, and she gets abducted and sold, not even sold, traded off into a sex slavery ring. And we won't spoil every little detail, but Rambo fights a Mexican cartel and kills the shit out of them.
He goes straight up Vietnam on their ass.
He does. He does, man. He has he's at the flashbacks and everything to prove it.
And listen, this movie is not lighthearted at all. This shit is dark as fuck. I mean, but it's cool to see him booby trap shit again, and finally Rambo's on his home turf instead of going somewhere to whoop somebody's ass. He's whooping someone's ass at his house. But I will say when he first goes to Mexico to get his niece, he finds the guy that drugged her and got her into the ring, and he goes, hey, he shows a picture. Where's this girl? And the guy goes, I've never seen her before. He immediately takes out his knife and fucking stabs the guy in the goddamn shoulder right away, and then takes the knife out, puts his finger in there, finds the dude's fucking.
Oh yeah, that scene. Oh my god!
Puts his finger under his collarbone and goes, "If you don't tell me, I'm gonna fucking break it. And I'm gonna rip it out." And the guy doesn't say anything, so he breaks the guy's fucking collarbone with his finger, and then he fucking. The guy finally gives in, but he's just straight up I don't know who the girl is. He goes, "Okay, motherfucker, stab, collarbone, break." It's fucking intense as
and it
shit.
shows the finger go in.
Yeah, it shows the bone break and everything. It is gnarly. It is awesome.
Yeah, dude. It is a classic fucking gory, slicey movie, baby.
A slicey movie. All right. That sounds
a lot of slicing in that movie.
Yeah, I thought the best kill was down in that tunnel when he shot the dude in the back of the head with the shotgun.
Holy shit.
And the guy had no head.
Yeah.
My favorite was the classic, I can't remember what they're called, but the pits with the spikes in them.
Oh, punji pit?
Thank you very much. But now he didn't tip the spikes with shit or anything, but that was my favorite. When the guys are running and they fucking fall in and the dude falls and a couple of them go through his neck and his mouth. Oof. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, mine was the gasoline at the front of the barn, the way he had that whole thing set up.
Yep.
That was pretty fucking awesome. I was just damn, man.
And how we won't spoil this part, but how he takes care of the main bad guy.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
Now,
my god.
One thing you have to do too is you have to stay through most of the credits, because the way the credits, Rambo saves the day and then sits in this chair, and you think he's gonna die because of the sunset. And he just waits for the sunset, but there's more to the story, so you just gotta watch.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say saves the day.
Well, he gets vengeance.
Right. I think that's better.
Yeah, in the best way possible.
It's fucking dark as fuck, bro. God damn.
Yeah, it's
great. I loved it though, but it's it was one of those movies I watched it, 'cause I was watching it with, my lady and my sister, and I was just like, yeah, you guys can never go anywhere by yourself ever again. Holy shit. The world is a dark place. So, holy fuck.
Yeah. But also I did like how they led with a global problem, not just race, females, this. No, this is a global problem that they had in the movie, and I was like, okay, I can deal with this. This is fine.
Right.
Yeah, Rambo's never really singled out any people.
No.
They messed with him. They drew first blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Afterwards.
All he wanted was a fucking meal at a diner. That's it. And Brian Dennehy harassed him.
Something to eat.
Yeah. He just wanted something to eat. He just wanted the diner to get something to eat. And Brian Dennehy was like, I'm going to be a dickhead.
They triggered him, man. They hit that PTSD nerve, and he just has that one scene of, and then he just whoops ass for fucking 5 movies.
Now, guys,
one yell.
He wanted a goddamn waffle. That's all he wanted.
Yeah. All he wanted was a Pepsi, and his parents wouldn't give it to him.
if he wanted a Pepsi pal, he's going to pay for it. So I mean,
No, he just wanted a Pepsi, not a Pepsi free.
oh, okay. Well, could have got him a tab. Everything would have been fine.
Yeah.
So, Kendo, you can answer this question. You'll just have to take the new Rambo out. What's your favorite Rambo, Dion?
First Blood Part 2.
Nick?
First Blood, the first one.
All right. Kendo?
First Blood Part 2.
Okay, so I'm in the minority with number 4. But this one was a step down in terms of like over-the-top action and fun, but it was still a pretty solid movie.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It definitely, like I said, this one was probably the harshest. You know, the rest of them have somewhat of a ending where you feel, okay, something good is gonna come of this. This one was just so heavy and dark. And don't get me wrong, as far as action, I think Rambo is my favorite one, but this one was just like it's hardcore. It's like in your face. You know, you want to see him do the things that he does to these bad guys, but god damn,
He got him, man.
yeah, it's good. And then it's definitely more of a the movie where he's on his home turf as opposed to going somewhere or being somewhere else, and which is a nice refreshing take on the character. But he does a good job of being that quiet, that reluctant Rambo that the franchise has put forth for the last fucking 40 years.
Yeah, it's nice that they bring these characters back and do one-offs every once in a while.
Yeah, and I think we needed a Rambo movie right about now, anyways. We needed something of that era, something nice and violent that was just a really quick movie that just
yeah,
it's good.
I know it's a little early to say, but I'm gonna say in terms of quality, at least I'm pretty sure that the new Rambo will be better than the new Terminator.
Oh yeah, that's not even.
Well, also remember the movie that we should all see that weekend is Harriet.
That's right. Yes. # Run with Harriet.
Because then, if that movie makes money instead of Terminator, they can't say anything.
That's right. And I am gonna put my money where my mouth is. And that Friday night, I am gonna go see Harriet.
I'm gonna take 10 people to go see Harriet.
There you go.
When does it come out? November something?
November
first
1st.
week. Yeah, I was gonna say first weekend of November. Yeah, November 1st. I'm off that day. Fuck yeah. I'm totally gonna go see Harriet. And I invite everybody to # Run with Harriet with me. That's not one whole hashtag, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Instead of watching Terminator, go watch Harriet.
Yeah. 1, it's probably gonna be a better movie. 2, it's a good history movie, probably, because it's based on Harriet Tubman, a historical character. And 3, it's a real female superhero, not the LGBT 1000.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a sci-fi movie, so, come on. Exactly. Yeah, support the real thing.
Yeah. See Harriet Tubman, not old-ass Slamilton Hamilton.
Yeah.
Hamilton! So I feel like we have a lot of, praise for the new Rambo. So folks, if you're looking for something, again, it's very short. It doesn't have, like what we told you, it's like Rambo does this, Rambo does that. He kills people, the end. It's barely
it is very, I would say it's very concise. And especially watching movies, especially watching like, the MCU stuff and things like that, that's really long and things. It's kind of just like hard to watch. It's it's weird to see this movie now, and it's extremely concise and knows exactly where it is. The edit's good. Everything's really tight. Like you get exactly what you need in this movie, nothing more. And I really appreciate that, honestly. So
we sat through it. That was 3 hours long, and then Rambo is half the time, and we're just
that's true.
Hours,
yeah. According to Google, Rambo is 1:40. Which you don't feel it's 1:40.
No,
you really don't.
It feels like 1 hour and 20 minutes. Like
exactly. It feels to me it felt like 45 minutes, and I was still happy with that. I was like, this feels really quick. I'm okay with this.
Yeah. So if you don't go in expecting like some sprawling epic, It's a solid movie. There's not even that many character or actors in the movie, or many characters.
There really aren't. Yeah.
Clearly, Stallone's the lead. Then there's his niece, her friend, two of the named cartel members, the leaders, and then the grandma.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really about it. Oh, then there's the writer. That's about it. Yeah, Commando is a fantastic film, Chris. We're not even arguing that.
Damn right.
Jenny.
You have to excuse my friend. He's dead tired. Yeah. Or don't disturb my friend.
Don't disturb my friend. Yep.
Oh God, Commander. And then also one I love is Cobra. I fucking love Cobra.
Working so hard, trying to make a living. Working so hard, gotta keep hustling.
We were drunk at the old apartment watching that movie.
Dude,
oh my God,
that fucking movie. Because I think he lived on South Beach in that movie too.
It's fun.
Yeah, Cobra, dude. Cobra's awesome. I love that movie. It's,
You're the disease. I'm the cure.
Yep.
Yeah. Raw Deal. That's another great Schwarzenegger shoot 'em up.
Yep.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
What you
Don't
gonna
you love in the last
Say
Action Hero when
please.
Stallone is in Terminator 2?
Dude.
So let's see. Back to our super chats from our friend TLJ Screwjob says, WTF, didn't he wait until at least after episode 9? I have no clue why they announced this stuff with Feige. It's to get people to go to see episode 9, TLJ Screwjob. They're trying everything in the book to get people to go to see this movie. It's such a desperate attempt.
Episode 9. Seriously, please. Come on. It's only $10 or $20 or maybe more. Depends on where you live.
Episode 9. Come on, one more time.
Episode 9, buy a t-shirt.
Episode 9. I'll be your friend.
Oh my God.
Episode 9. Oh, just a tip.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
Yep. Just check out the tip.
Minuteman Sam says, random question. Can a movie draw inspiration from other films and still be considered creative in its own right, or does it have to be made in a void?
No, you can draw from others.
Yeah, inspiration is fine as long as you're not blatantly copying other scenes.
Right.
I mean, if you're paying homage, that's different. But don't blatantly copy scenes and be like, oh yeah, that's original. Just don't do that.
Well, look at Star Wars. It's inspired by so many different movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hidden Fortress.
Was it 12 Samurai? I think was the
Seven
big
Samurai.
One. 7 Samurai. Yeah, 7 Samurai was the big for George Lucas.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies that are inspired by Kill Bill. Obviously, he fucking loved the old samurai movies. He fucking had Sonny Chiba in a bunch of his movies. So yeah, I mean, as long as you're not fucking copying.
Episode 7 and episode 8, they're totally inspired by the entire original trilogy.
Calm it down over there.
Do you think episode 9 will be inspired by Return of the Jedi?
I think it'll be inspired by Return of the Jedi, the prequels.
$100 bills.
Yeah. Episode 9. If you love Star Wars, you'll do it.
Episode 9. You don't love Star Wars until you watch this movie.
Yeah. Episode 9. What are you, a fucking racist man, baby?
That'll do it.
Episode 9. What are you, intimidated by women?
Yeah. Episode 9. Do girls scare you? Episode 9. Come on, you incel bitch. Get out of your basement, shave your neck beard, tell mama bye, and go watch our movie.
Star Wars Episode 9. The Patriarchy Strikes Back.
Yeah. Episode 9. Just see it, bitch.
Here, this comes from Darth Bobcat. Episode 9. At least we aren't Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
No, but 7 and 8 sure treaded into that territory.
Right there.
Well, we got more. TLJ Screwjob says, Episode 9. We know the fans are just sheep.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's true.
Let's see. Matthew Lopez has a question. He says, can each of you guys give your best Macho Man Randy Savage impression commenting on Brie Larson being in a Star Wars movie now? Dion?
Ooh. Oh, yeah, so you think you're something, don't you? Yeah, you think you can just come in here in my house, the house some else, yeah, there. You think you just come in here and take what belongs to me? Yeah, well, I'll tell you something right now. They're about to tell you something right now. You're nothing. You hear me? You're nothing. You're nothing. You're not even a cup of coffee. Yeah, I've met a cup of coffee. I know a cup of coffee. I know where the cream comes, and God, it doesn't come from you. Damn, yeah, you're nothing. You're not going to be anybody. You keep recovering your 15 minutes of fame or up. Nothing, not a nothing. You're about flatter than the backside of your butt. butt. You hear me now? You're nothing. Coming in here with your hot dog and your wannabe attitude. I tell you something right now, brother. Yeah, you're nothing. You'll never be like the Macho King Star Wars. Dig it! Woo!
I don't even want to try.
Yeah, I can't. I don't want to follow that. I really don't.
I do.
Oh, here we go.
Oh yeah, Brie Larson. You think you're gonna come in here and you're gonna step to the Star Wars? Let me tell you something, Brie. The cream always rises to the top, and I can tell you, Brie, you are not the cream. No, not at all. Dig it. See, when you look at the Macho Man, you know I can bring it, and you know something, Brie Larson. You're never gonna rise to the Macho King. You cannot feel the madness. When I take you down, you're gonna just stare up at me. You're gonna count the lights because 1, 2, 3, the Macho Man will bury you. Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna move on. Those were perfect. I don't
Yeah,
know
but
what
it's like
Freak out, freak out.
Oh man, Swinging Cod says episode 9 because you watched Faces of Death.
Oh,
Holy shit!
Oh God! Damn.
I think I would rather watch Faces of Death than watch episode 9. And Faces of Death has some horrible scenes of animals being killed, and you know how I feel about that.
Yep.
Let's see. Mareth Deline says episode 9, the Man Baby and the Mary Sue.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
very accurate.
Yeah, episode 9, snap into it. Oh yeah.
JRG Project says episode 9, to boldly go where no Skywalker has gone before.
The bargain bin.
Episode
Hey, man.
9, hard times, daddy.
Let's see. Andrew Clark says episode 9, the mystery box is still intact.
Episode
Jeez.
9. JJ's dad should have pulled out of his mom's mystery box.
Damn,
Yeah.
that one got real.
Well, here's one that
was
here's one that
high
got
heat.
real from our friend Appa Kripa. It says Star Wars episode 9, the final fuck you.
I mean, yeah.
Too close to home. Too close to home. It's too real.
It hurts. Sweet Pea says today's characters lack any true identity. They're just cardboard cutouts with adjectives tacked onto them.
Pretty much.
Well, you're right.
Yeah, as long as they check those boxes, that's all they really care about. They don't care about making the characters, three-dimensional, giving them any sort of depth of story. They just want to make sure that they check those boxes, and then once they do that, they're like, "Yeah, we did our job. Everybody should like this, and we should be fine now." It's like, no, not at all.
Episode 9. Kathleen shaved her balls for this.
Oh.
So gross. Once you gouge my eyes out. Oh. So, let's see. We got more. We have a lot more of these. Disturbed fan 0717. Sorry, TLJ Screwjob says episode 9. We're finally making Finn relevant somehow.
No, you're not.
Don't
See-
you bullshit me, Disney.
Yeah, see, I think we should. All right, so here's the thing. So we all know and we all love the new It and Stranger Things. And there's an actor there named Finn Wolfhard. Now, I think we should christen Finn from the Star Wars as Finn Tryhard.
Yes.
Ooh.
So
We should
yeah,
put it on our
Boyega
t-shirt.
starring as Finn Tryhard.
I
Coming
also
to a Star Wars near you.
love that while he was doing the Star Wars movies, he did like 8 other movies in different genres as well, just so he didn't get like pigeonholed in being
Yes,
only Star Wars.
Yeah, I
That
give
is
him
called
credit for
CYA behavior, Nick.
That was
That
good on
way-
his part. That was good.
Yeah.
I give him credit for that shit.
He's like, wow, Star Wars is probably not good. I don't want to just be all in Star Wars. I need to go be in something else because when this shit blows up, and it will, I can at least say, look, I was in other shit. I was in Pacific Rim Job.
Was he in the sequel?
Yeah. I think he was.
Yeah, he was in the sequel. Yeah,
Yep. Which actually wasn't that bad.
yeah. Those movies are dumb fun. They're really good time.
Yeah, with
You
Clint
know what
Eastwood
movie
and
looks
stuff,
just dumb as Gemini Man?
Yes, I
Oh,
was,
dude,
I was
I
about to
can't-
say the same thing. I'm like,
I am not gonna watch that at
I
all.
feel
And
bad.
everyone,
because I do want to see it. It looks silly as shit, but I do want to see. For some reason, the part of the trailer where he hits old Will Smith in the face with the motorcycle, I laugh every fucking time. I'm like, bitch, just step to. Here it goes. Yep, perfect time for the commercial.
I love how they went back and so younger Will Smith, it's pretty much Fresh Prince Will Smith with not as tall of a fade.
Yep.
But what I always say is, it looks nothing like young Will Smith because we all grew up with young Will Smith.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's not. It's de-ageified Will Smith with not as tall of a fade.
Yeah, well,
Now,
get it right.
if young Will Smith in this movie was running around and he had Jazzy Jeff with him, that's when I'd be like, okay, I do want to watch this movie now.
Yeah,
I
but
will support anything with DJ Jazzy Jeff in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
DJ
'cause I
Jazzy
mean-
Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Now, if it was instead of Gemini Man, it was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince versus old Will Smith. If they just called it that movie, I'd be like, I'm going. Like, how can they lose?
That's very true.
I feel like
With a special cameo by
knowing-
Alfonso Ribeiro, it has to be a good movie.
At that point, if they had that, you'd be like, you wouldn't say I'm going. You'd be like, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Yeah.
In loving memory of Gene Landry.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see. Disturbed Fan 0717 Production says Star Wars Episode 9, the rehash of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a rehash of everything Star Wars before it.
Dr. Coffinail says Episode 9, fool you thrice, shame on you.
Oh, yeah.
Shame on your wallet for being stupid enough to pay for it again, like
Well-
we are. But we're doing it so you don't have to.
Speaking of wallets, TLJ Screwjob says Episode 9, look, Luke's back. More money,
Yeah.
please.
And the Emperor. We've got the Emperor.
Oh, I remember. Ian Malcolm says, you mean Ball Killer Base? Yes,
Yeah.
Ball Killer Base.
Ball killer base.
Yeah. The Death Nut busted.
Sweet Pea says Episode 9, bend over and spread them cheeks.
Lucasfilm wants to clap your cheeks and take your wallet.
Oh my god.
Area 69.
So wrong on so
Oh,
many
God.
levels. Let's see. TLJ Screwjob says Episode 9, the hot coffee Han and Leia special. So that's a Grand Theft Auto reference. Shout out to TLJ Screwjob.
That's awesome.
And then
That's
TLJ
awesome.
Screwjob also said Episode 9, unlimited female power. That's just me because I'm tired.
Yeah, and if you don't go watch it, you're afraid of them.
Yeah. Darth Vader's disembodied Charge Phallus is back.
Hey,
and he
there he
says,
is.
Still no Hasbro toys for me. Well, Vivid Entertainment has a line of toys just for you.
Yeah. I saw several of you earlier today on the barbecue grill.
From the makers of the, the Sarlacc Pit.
Coming to you from Oscar Mayer.
Well, this phallus has a first name. It's D-A-R-H.
You're right. Now I just want to see a commercial for that toy. That'd be hilarious.
Burn that wiener.
Rise, Lord Vader.
If you had the blue chew, you could.
From now on, you'll be known as Chud Peepee.
May your reign be long and hard.
Stephen Peaster says Clownfish TV sent me. Well, Clownfish TV, thank you for sending people over.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy.
McKinney90 says happy 190 from a fan with a 90 in his name. Thank you,
Yeah.
McKinney90.
I popped the bubbly for this.
You've been around for a long time.
Yes.
Dude, episode 200, we're going to pop more than bubbly.
Oh, I was thinking about that while you guys were reviewing Rambo. I went to the pisser, and I'm like, you know what would be great? If it was just us wearing sunglasses on video, because we're gonna all have our laptop and stuff. We could set up some cameras and just record it, and we just have nothing but fucking buckets of bubble.
We can
I'm
get
fine with
we can get a dozen of whatever,
We're
Why
going to
not?
taste.
A little bit of the
Okay.
bubbly.
Yeah, just start popping them off. Just drink them on camera. Just keep going.
We weren't just on the episode finger popping each other's assholes.
Yeah, a little bit of
We're
the
getting
bubbly.
shit
Fucking launching fucking corks at each other and shit. It's like a bottle rocket war, but with corks.
I'm just going to make sure I have a pair of goggles on.
Yes, I will tell you that this shit does burn if you get it in your eyes. I made that mistake once.
Dion, how does this commercial make you feel with the tiny horse?
Luckily for me, it's still on the game, so I haven't been.
You'll hear him audibly yelp when you hear the commercial. There you go.
No, it'll be. Oh damn. Oh okay. Yeah, there's a horse there. Okay.
Yeah. And folks, if you want to hear about how I know about how bad this shit burns your eyes, tune in the Patreon. I'll tell that story on there.
All right. What was his name?
Uh,
Save it for Patreon.
I was gonna say, I mean, it wasn't a he, it was a group of he's.
Oh,
my god!
Money shots.
And it was 2006, and it was in October,
Oktoberfest.
and it won us a trip to Detroit.
Jesus, dude. Anyway,
I'm
gonna get to these so we can get
trips to Detroit.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story on it.
Oh,
People are gonna
God.
be like, "Holy shit, Kendra was in some kind of weird gay sex cult in Detroit." Nah, it involves baseball.
I like the idea of dreaming it's a sex cult, but whatever.
The only that comes to mind is Soggy Biscuit. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have my own spin-off project, and it's gonna be called Kendo's Detroit Sex Cult.
That should just be a band we're all in.
Yeah.
You know what? That's the band. That is our band name, Kendo's Detroit Sex Cult. Our first album, Party Boob.
You know, the fucked up part is Detroit Sex Cult's actually a really cool name.
I know.
Write that down. I'll call
Kendo and the Detroit Sex Cult.
Well, the album should just be called. We should just be Detroit Sex Cult, and you can be like Kendo. So when we announce it on stage, it's like I'm Kendo, and this is Detroit Sex Cult.
I'm in. We certified. Folks, don't steal our idea. We'll hunt you down and beat you senseless. We've already copyrighted it. Don't steal our ideas. You want to
let me make sure it's not a real thing because I'm going to be heartbroken if Detroit Sex Cult's taken.
Yeah, let's go ahead and hit the old. Let's get on that Google machine.
No, but it also, if you Google Detroit Sex Cult, you get an actress testifies she was lured into a sex cult through classes. Smallville star Allison Mack. Okay, so
Yep. Goddamn. Cold-blooded.
So there you go.
Case.
Our band name will be the Detroit Sex Cult.
yes, Detroit Sex Cult. Here we come, dude. This is actually a badass.
Detroit, fuck city. It's another song.
Let's see. Big Joe says nothing. He gave a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Big Joe. Kenny Jones says episode 9. The plot points don't matter.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment. 3 months out.
Let's see. TLJ Screwjob says WCBS casting: Dumas Beach, EVS, Jeremy, or Kendo.
I mean, I could pull it off if I had to, but if you've ever watched Tales from the Hood 2, me and Dumas Beach share like zero characteristics.
I mean, you're both men.
That's true. We're both white men, but he's old and wrinkly, and I am still, young and
In my prime.
right.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
And,
I almost want to watch that movie again.
Seriously?
yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
Just
Fuck
to make it
that.
uncomfortable.
No.
I mean, I sat down with my buddy a couple months ago. I told you guys about this because we both loved the first one. And he's like, dude, I heard your episode where you guys were so upset with Tales from the Hood 2. Was it that bad? I was like, son, let's sit down and watch this movie together. And it wasn't as bad watching the second time around because the shock was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to just sit there and look at his face every time something happened. He goes, dude, seriously? I'm like, yeah, she really did fuck that doll.
That was the worst movie we've ever watched.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Well, you know what? I tell you what, we can do when we're together in December for multiple days, we can do a video live watch along thing and record it for the patrons. And there you go. We'll watch
We
it
should
again.
do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style where we're in the corner of the TV.
Yeah.
Yes, and the silhouette is all of us with our head in our hands kind of looking down.
Why, Lisa? Why?
Yeah.
Let's see. Dan Rage 47, good name. He says, "Can we make great movies? Probably yes. Would Disney permit it? No." So yeah, Kevin Feige could, but I don't know, man. We got to see what's the next wave of Marvel going to look like.
Yeah.
Because all we keep hearing is articles about Tessa Thompson and this representation and that. And we need more female characters. It's like, more female characters are fine. Can you just put them in the fucking movies and stop making it a big deal? It's like if everyone's equal, then treat it equally.
Yeah, just make them good characters, especially when you purposely are trying to clearly do it just to get one group of people to come see the movie. You're going to alienate the movie before it even fucking hits the theaters, which is always a bad business move.
Yeah, equal means equal on the same level, not one is more overpowered than the other to make up for, some inequality that may have been there before.
Well, look, we'll find out. maybe never. Who knows?
Yeah, probably not. I'm not holding my breath. Episode 9. I ain't holding my breath.
Episode 9, don't. Matt Joseph says, Bill Bellamy, not Don Amici, was in Rosemary's Baby. You horror cred is suspect now, Jeff. Bill Bellamy? It's Ralph Bellamy.
Yeah,
you didn't even get the name right. Bill Bellamy, a rapper.
Yeah.
Both your horror and your rap cred is in question there,
Bill
Matt.
Bellamy's an actor. He was.
But wasn't he in that movie Belly or some dumb shit like a million years ago?
Yep, he was in Belly too. Yep, and then he was in How to Be a Player, which was a silly, hilarious movie.
Yeah, Bill
Fucking Bill Bellamy. He said, "I'm like, wait, the black dude."
That's what I was thinking at first. I'm like, wait a second, that can't be right. Bill Bellamy's a totally different person.
Yeah, he was in shitty Def Jam movies.
Yeah.
He's a kindergarten cop too. Calm down.
He was in How to Be a Player, Last Comic Standing, The Brothers, Cousin Skeeter, Love Jones, Kindergarten Cop 2 with Dolph Lundgren, Getting Played, and a bunch of other movies. Like Any Given Sunday, Lottery Ticket.
That's right. He was the receiver in Any Given Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, when he's in the mirror, you're the greatest receiver of all time.
You're not.
Hey, thank God somebody said Bill Bellamy. I've been trying to watch a movie for years, but I couldn't remember the name of it. It's called Fled with Lawrence Fishburne and Stephen Baldwin.
And Stephen Baldwin, yep. I love that movie.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what's the name of this movie? Now I know it. Thanks, Matt. Sir Billy Ritchie says, me on episode 9. Drink, drink, drink. Feck arse.
Oh, yeah. Father Jack Hackett. Drink, drink. God, such a great show. Jeff, you got to watch Father Ted.
All right. Send me the DVDs for Christmas.
Feck, arse, girls. What a great fucking show.
Let's see. Klaus Dork, thank you very much. He says, hey, guys, going to meet my granddaughter for the first time on Sunday. Here's a $5. Which one of y'all can hold their liquor better?
Me. Jeff, because he's got an unfair advantage.
Yeah, I kind of have that over everybody.
Yeah.
Like, if we were to all sit down at a table and drink the same amount of liquor, I'll be the one that's probably the most cogent.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. Until he projectile vomits into a garbage can.
That's a true story. Maybe.
Yeah. That's one of your proudest moments to share about me, isn't it, Dion?
I was amazed when I saw the shit.
You were like, man, congratulations on 100,000 subscribers and all your success. But remember that time you puked in a garbage can and didn't even get a drop on my carpet?
It was great, man. I was like, holy shit.
I mean, that is a pretty good accomplishment. If you can hit everything into one spot and not get it all over yourself like an air mattress, you're doing well for yourself.
That's what you get for down in Maker's Mark.
Dude, it wasn't that.
Okay?
It wasn't the downing of the Maker's Mark or like the 20-something beers. It was the whole cooking it in the hot tub. And it was, and it was all those fucking hurricanes to, lay the groundwork.
And all the shark cages or whatever we're drinking?
Oh, yeah, the shark attacks. I only had one of those, but I know when we were walking back down Bourbon Street, every place we went by, I fucking ran in and grabbed a hurricane real quick. I drank like 6 of those on the way back.
And then we got that shitty foldable pizza.
Yeah.
Yep.
God, we need to go back to New Orleans.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Let's see. By the way, Colostork, I never realized you were an older gentleman going to meet your granddaughter.
Holy
I always
shit.
thought you were like closer to my age because you have a Power Ranger helmet in your icon. So, Modalicious says R-rated Disney Platoon, but with stormtroopers.
That's too good of an idea. Don't do that shit. They ain't
Yeah, because Platoon was a fantastic movie.
Cadus82 says Wokebusters the movie.
We already got that. That was the 2016 Ghostbusters.
Oh my God, Matt Joseph had sent a super chat right after. It says, my bad, Ralph Bellamy was in Rosemary's Baby, not Bill. Jesus, that would have been a totally different movie. Rosemary's Baby, Daddy, anyone?
Yeah, it would have been Rosemary's Baby, kids.
We don't die, we multiply.
That's right. That was a fucking fun movie.
I saw that movie so many times as a kid because I thought it was so cool to get to watch it.
Oh yeah, dude! It was on like HBO or Showtime like every day for 2 years or something like that when I was like 10 or 11. I'm like, I love this movie. It's great. I didn't understand it, but I loved it.
I ain't your daddy, and I ain't having it. Yeah, Robin Harris died like right around the time that movie came out.
Damn.
Yeah, because that wasn't his voice in the movie. It was Faison Love.
Oh,
I did not know that.
Yeah. He's in a lot of shit. He was in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. which, by the way, came back yesterday, Dion.
How was it? Did you just watch it?
Yeah, it was okay. They've had worse season openers, but it was funny.
Okay.
But then the Goldbergs had a new season come out or start yesterday, and that was slightly better.
Gotcha.
They parodied National Lampoon's Vacation.
Ooh, okay.
They played Holiday Road. They had Christy Brinkley. They had Anthony.
Oh,
Michael
I saw the
Hall.
commercial for that. I just
Yeah.
didn't watch it. I was unavailable.
It was worth everything. Let's see. Apoc Kripa says Jeff has time for Harriet, but doesn't have time for Lord of the Rings. # run with Harriet.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Well, if Harriet didn't have time to be running, I may not be here right now.
That's exactly correct.
That's why I'll always have time for Harriet. Not necessarily Lord of the Rings. I'll give it a fair shake. Let's see. Chris Pivoto says, support the show, enjoy the content. Listening about Iger, is it me or with trying to come to peace with Lucas, buck stops here with Star Wars, many management changes, doesn't this feel like someone's leaving us soon? Thoughts? Well, let's break that down a little bit. So, thank you for the support. Iger does seem like he's trying to make things trying to come to peace with things. Because if you pay attention to the article, he talks about how there's no women or people of color in executive roles, and that's going to change before I leave and all this stuff. So, I mean, he does kind of plant those seeds. You guys should definitely check out the article.
Mm-hmm.
I can't read.
That's it.
I mean,
I never learned to read.
I just think it was very interesting that he had said that, and and then all the while, what's her name stepped down for overseeing the U.S. Disneyland and Disney World, and the one in Paris, the one that was overseeing the Galaxy's Edge project, she stepped down. So maybe they are trying to make up and make nice with the fans and George Lucas, but also at the same time realizing that being idealistic 100% all the time doesn't necessarily mean that you made the right decision, especially with things like Galaxy's Edge. Hey, I mean, I get you wanting to incorporate, a little bit more diverse stuff, but people got to do their jobs right. And that's the biggest thing, whether it be movies, whether it be promoting theme parks, whether it be, adding something new to a franchise. People have to be good at their jobs. And, that should be what you look at first. So, whether it be Iger or someone a little bit higher up the chain, who knows? But yeah, it's very clear, at least from his part, they are trying to garner a little bit more better faith with the people who actually fucking digest the fucking product.
Well, it's been a weird week for all of this stuff, but it's been a great week for us. So,
oh yeah,
thanks Disney. Let's see. The Fixer says, I suppose you haven't had a chance to watch The Man in the High Council. Then I await your thoughts on it. Also, Calculus 2 and Physics still suck ass.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I've been through Calculus 2 and Physics, and they do suck ass. Well, Physics is fun. Calculus 2 sucks ass.
I am not a mathman. No, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. I haven't watched anything besides the Goldbergs and It's Always Sunny, like watched. Like Rosemary's Baby was on in the background. Plus, I'd seen that movie years ago. It's a good film. Dion, have you seen it?
Rosemary's Baby?
Yeah.
Not in years. It's been a while. I think I haven't seen it since like early college.
Yeah. Remember when we used to get together and watch horror films?
Yeah, man. Hell
I
yeah.
miss it. Somebody was asking in the super chat coming up about Schlocktoberfest, so we'll talk about that in a minute.
Oh yeah. We got plans. Don't you worry.
Let's see. Chris Pavoto says, by the way, not trying to be negative on my chat, but I'm retired military and seen actions like this before from my other brothers and sisters. Well, I mean, the stuff you were saying in your other super chat wasn't being negative. It was just being realistic to the Bob Iger situation, because it was just weird how it comes out now.
Right.
You're not alone, man, in your thoughts and inquiries. Let's see. Cadus82 says, what about Stephen King's Cat's Eye? That's a great anthology flick. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty fun.
Have you seen it, Dion?
I have not.
It's got Drew Barrymore in it.
Yeah, we should. You know what? Maybe we should do that for a Schlocktoberfest, or at least consider it.
We should do more Stephen King stuff this year because it's a Stephen King year.
I think we should. You know what we'll do is we'll We'll find some time in the next upcoming days where we can sit down. I mean, even if it's just me and you, and kind of build a game plan or some shit, and just come up with a list of Stephen. Because I know last year we were going to do a lot more Stephen King stuff, and we had that round table, folks. If you want to go back into the archives, where we talked about Stephen King movies and stuff like that, and why maybe they're not as well represented on the big screen. And yeah, maybe we could power rank the Stephen King movies. We could each say this is one we should watch or something. I mean, we can do a whole lot with it because I mean, Stephen King, there is a ton of fucking material out there.
And then we watch the Schlongoliers.
Yeah, then we watch the Schlongoliers and go, God damn it, that girl pretending to be blind cannot act worth a shit. And now I want spaghetti and meatballs, but now without teeth, no teeth.
And the margarita had no salt.
No salt. No salt.
Let's see. What do we got next here? We got Candace Marie says, white guys wear black makeup, big no-no. White guys wear white makeup, call the military.
It's true. And black guys wear white makeup. They're called Wayans brothers.
They were so funny back in the day.
I know. They used to be so good. Because I remember I watched White Chicks. I'm like, this is stupid, but the Wayans brothers show was great. What the hell happened?
That and the Jamie Foxx show, like they would do like back to back on.
WB.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. What was that? Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock?
That was a good show. Those were both good shows.
Yeah.
Oh well, times change. Jamie Foxx marries Katie Holmes.
Yeah. And In Living Color is no longer a thing, and it hasn't been a thing for 26 years, but it was great.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
That's right.
I really like that super chat. Andrew Clark says the point about using Lost was to draw the parallel between two series that are based on JJ's mystery box concept. Neither oversaturated the market. It's a fair point. I never watched Lost.
Me either.
I'm not really a TV guy. Like I didn't get into the Game of Thrones stuff, or I don't know. If I'm going to watch TV, I just want like small, digestible, episodes. And mostly
Perry Mason.
comedies. What?
Like Perry Mason.
Fucking love Perry Mason.
I know you do.
A couple years ago, folks, I would be, Perry Mason's on in 29 minutes. Every night I'd be like, oh my God, it's 11:30. It's time for Perry Mason. My mom would get home from work. She would bring home like something like a super late dinner, and we would watch Perry Mason. It's a good time. Let's see. Modalicious says, if you say it right, the name Joaquin sounds like the Facebook Messenger chime. Let's all try that. Joaquin.
Joaquin.
My brother Joaquin.
Joe Angie. Oh wait, Nick had left the stream. Shit.
He's back.
There we go.
Sorry.
How long were you sitting in the green room going, fuck, come on, guys, let me on the show?
Long enough.
He is knob slobbed.
Please tell me you at least gave yourself the all around the world to our voices.
I always do. Come on.
That's good. You know what? I have no problem with one of you guys saying, dude, I jerk off listening to you. I'd be like, well, that's a little weird, but I can live with that.
I can't go for that. Oh no, can do. All right, Kendo, you enjoying that one?
that was funnier than it was supposed to be.
Miguel Olmo says, episode 9 will blow you.
Is Miguel almost related to James Edward Olmos?
Edward James Olmos?
Yeah, that one.
No, not at all. But Miguel, thank you very much. Mark C says, Ad Astra is about a toxically masculine Brad Pitt who learns to cry. Huh.
That sounds totally different than what Nick told us.
I mean, like, you can look at it however you want to. That's not how it is. He's not like, pushing down women and like killing babies or anything. So like, it's not that movie.
Well, I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, our friend Adam Wofford is the one that asked us about the Stephen King stream. He says, hey guys, can you do a Stephen King live stream? Yes, we can. Yes, we can in October, just for you and just for you.
Yeah, it's going to be Langoliers.
Well, I mean, that's one of them.
I think we should do the Langoliers. Wait, isn't Langoliers pretty long?
It's 3 hours.
Yeah,
3 hours,
it's an
yeah.
hour-long movie.
Let's not do Langoliers. Let's do like
That'll make
Thinner
it even
or.
better.
Do you want to do? Can you commit to that one?
Yeah, we got to pick a good date. Get nice and sliced up, nice and sauced up. It'd be great.
All right. Well, yeah, how about this, Dion? You go consult your calendar and you tell us what day works for you.
Yeah, well, it'd be for Schlocktober, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The the
Which is
month starts in
which is
4
really
days.
October. Just so you know, it's really October. Just
Yeah, there's
so
not
you're
like there's not a hidden month that you never learned about in school.
Yeah, it's right after
I was
March.
confirming y'all could be assholes, but I'm confirming. I'm trying to,
yeah.
put
Like
in
it's
a calendar date,
they're
you know, I'm
only
trying to pencil it in.
they're only 30 days in October. So just so you're aware.
31. excuse
31.
me.
See, you can't even get
Oh
the
shoot!
right,
I was
asshole.
looking.
31. Yeah,
My
you
bad.
left
My
out
bad. I was
31,
looking.
which is
I was
the
looking
best
at. I was
day of
looking at September
October.
still. I'm sorry.
Wow, what a
You
failed
can't
douche.
even September looks a lot like October, Nick. What's
It
education
does,
like that
it
in
does.
Samoa?
We
Wow.
don't. There.
Dion originally was the asshole, but then you stole the asshole.
I always steal the
call me
asshole.
asshole?
Come on now.
Cover that asshole up in mayonnaise, and there's Nick.
Yeah, with a turkey leg in hand.
Wait, are
Don't-
you using the mayonnaise for the lube of the turkey? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Do you really want to know the
Don't
answer to that, Jeff? Do you really want to know the answer?
I don't want to know what you do.
The
I don't know
fans
what you-
do. The people demand to know. What does Nick do with that turkey leg and the mayonnaise in the dark?
It's just a rainbow in the dark. Anyway,
Dancing in the dark. Dancing in the dark.
Tune in for After
Nico!
Hours.
Start a fire.
Can't do with mayonnaise.
We was dancing in the dark.
The funny part is I haven't had a single drop of booze to drink, but I feel like I'm drunker than hell. I'm really tired. I've had a rough week about sleep.
Every week we top ourselves.
Yeah, and somebody's like, "Hey Jeff, how about a Good Morning Pop Culture tomorrow?" I'm like, "No, I'm getting up in the afternoon."
That's a no for me, dog.
I can co-pilot for you. I'm free all day.
Well, there is no Good Morning Pop Culture. I got stuff to do, and then Dave Attell, I'm going to see him. So,
Oh, nice.
Nice.
yeah.
No good morning pop culture, but there will be a good afternoon. Go fuck yourself live on my show.
634 Burning says, "I hope there wasn't any butt pirates on the moon."
I mean, there could have been.
That's why
You don't-
Brad Pitt was crying.
Yeah, you don't know their life.
Yeah, it could all be dudes. I mean, that's the moon's a lonely place.
Yeah, there was a lot of dude pirates back in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Specifically,
We
the
don't
Caribbean. Were they all ladies over across the way?
It might have
Caribbean,
been.
it's a real man show over here in the Caribbean. A real sausage fest over in these Caribbean seas.
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe the
listening.
Sparabian on the moon is, just maybe it's all dudes there too.
In space, no one can hear you come.
Yeah.
Ugh, in space.
The final frontier.
Yeah.
These are the voyages
Ugh, the voyages.
the Caribbean. Ugh.
These are the voyages in the Caribbean.
I am really loopy right now. Oh my god, I can barely read these. Let's see. Logan Michael Anti Funked Up Pop says, "I'm late, but hey, pop gay."
That's right.
Thank you. They are. Gray Jedi says a Star Wars animated series based off Heir to the Empire and the other post Return of the Jedi Legends content would be amazing. So, Dion, have you read Heir to the Empire?
I think I read Heir to the Empire. Oh no, I don't think I read that one. No, I think, but no.
Because you have this giant box full of Star Wars.
I know. Yeah, Heir to
So impressive. I'm a little jealous.
the Empire. I can't remember what that one's about.
Let's see. Chewbacca fan 0824 The Virgin. Thank you for supporting us. He says Lena Dunham is stunning and brave. Leave her alone, toxic misogynists. You guys are just afraid of strong women and can't stand to see them succeed. Well, first off, the only thing strong about her is her odor, and secondly, she's not that successful.
Yeah, and if stunning and brave are now synonyms for big and hungry, I agree with you.
We're the
And
bravest
also-
motherfuckers on the planet.
Yeah, and also she's a piece of shit person as well. In case you don't know that, it's just
Yeah. Well,
horrible
just-
piece of shit.
Yeah, just go look up Lena Dunham and look at some stories from a couple years ago about things that she admitted to, and you'll change your tune.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
By the way, he's just trolling us.
I understand. I've seen his name pop up a few times, and
I actually came
I
up with
get
that
it.
name randomly once. I was like, Chewbacca fan 0824 the Virgin. Then somebody made it a screen name. This is my proper Jeremy.
yeah,
Breadman
except for
Productions.
better.
We met Breadman Productions at Horror Hound. He says, favorite John Barry score? Honor Majesty's Secret Service. That's my answer. Followed up by
That'll be my answer too, because I can't think of any.
just think of some James Bond ones, and if it's not John Barry, I'll tell you you're wrong.
GoldenEye,
He was not there. He stopped at the Living Daylights.
The Living Daylights. Then
Great choice, Kendo.
A View to a Kill.
Another
Oh.
good choice. Dion?
I can't think of any.
Just pick a James Bond movie.
Dr. No.
Thunderball.
Thunderball's him. There you go.
There you go.
Because Dr. No's not.
Yeah, I know. I said that in jest. I'm aware of the ones that came before on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
No, but they're okay. Anyway, True 02 Baller
Not
says,
the
"Go
point.
Birds."
Which ones? There's lots of birds.
He means the Eagles.
I know he means the Eagles, but die Eagles die.
Swinging Cod says Beyonce could kegel your unit off. We did read that one. That was so goddamn good.
Yes. She
Swinging
will
Cod also says
break it
my
off.
dad and I laughed our balls off when the head came out of the truck in Rambo.
That shit was dope when he did that. That was cool.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let's see. The Grand Inquisitor says, I can't wait for y'all's review of episode 9. I'd rather spend my money on super chats than a movie ticket at this point.
We're gonna
just
hold you
done
to
with
that.
Cedarwood. Yeah. We'd love that.
Yeah.
We'll
put your
give you
money
the
where your
most
mouth
honest
is
review.
and give us all your money.
All your hugs and kisses too, or whatever.
Yeah. Give us everything. And that guy's about to get ejected from the game.
Is he now?
Yeah, he punched the dude in the face mask. You can't do that.
Oh. I looked away because I'm working. Modalicious says the critics who didn't like the new Rambo movie either didn't see it or support kidnapping, white slavery, and violence towards women. Hashtag eat a bowl of dicks.
That's probably true.
That's an extremely good point, because when they were calling it like racist and all this stuff, I'm like, how are sex and drug traffickers race? That's not a race. And if that's anything, then it's a good reason to be racist, because those people are awful.
I mean, easy with the white slavery thing too. That was a bit of a jump, right? a little bit of a jump.
A little bit of
Yeah.
a little bit of bubbly.
A little bit of extra bubbly on that one.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah. It was about sex traffickers. I'm sorry they happen to be Mexican, but that's the story. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like
and,
that's what cartels do. That's they're not fibbing that.
I mean, they could have made a movie about like how cartels are like stealing money from avocado growers and selling them to the U.S. They could do that, but that'd be a really boring story.
Right.
And it's probably not accurate. I mean,
Let's see. McKinney90 says episode 9, Brie Larson is a Skywalker and you can't do anything about it, incel.
Nope.
I mean,
Nope.
now
Actually-
tell me that
actually, there
would
is-
be the worst possible fucking outcome. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden, it's like Yoda pops up again. He's like, "There's a Skywalker," and all of a sudden, Brie Larson shows up. It's like, God damn it!
Well, there's something we can do. We can spoil the movie for everybody and tell them that. That's why the movie doesn't make any money.
Yeah, worst post-credit scene of all time.
Yeah, that would hit the internet faster than anything.
We could do it. We have the power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right, let me read these because I am on my last leg of 2. Kevathar1138, thank you, says, nice that Disney at least is consistent. First, they dabble in necromancy with Tangled, now perfecting it with Star Wars.
Necromancy.
Okay, I was like, are we dead? Dead.
No, we're here. I just was trying to understand exactly what he meant by dabbling in necromancy.
I haven't seen Tangled yet. But I guess the queen or the witch tries to bring back someone who's dead or grow her hair back.
No, she's just. I don't know. I don't get the necromancy thing, but
maybe they meant necrophilia, but they got it wrong. It's a dying art.
Shut
Easy,
up.
Kendo. Easy.
TLJ Screwjob says, speaking of Yeah Boyega, episode 9, we finally do care.
No, we don't.
TLJ Screwjob also says, episode 9. Everyone betray me. I fed up with this world.
I'm waiting for him to become a Jedi or a Sith and be in the movie, right?
Who was that sent that one?
TLJ Screwjob.
TLJ Screwjob. You're no good, you just chicken. Cheap, 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 cheap.
Hey, you gonna run beta breakers this year?
Yeah, they had good chicken.
Rice was delicious.
Folks, if you haven't noticed by now, any room references are met with glee.
Yes. We instantly love you.
Yes.
Candace
Send us
Marie
a lot of
says,
establishing
episode 9.
shots.
Yeah, especially of the Disney store.
Yeah, so we know where the movie is filmed.
Our friend Candace Marie says, episode 9, because fuck your canon.
Yep. That's exactly it.
Fuck your Cambria.
King Arturus says, episode 9, the last one. Promise. dot.
They've
For
already
now.
said, I was gonna say they've already said that there's gonna be a bunch more.
Candace Marie's back. It says, sorry, that's not what her super chat says. It says episode 9 because all your fan bases are belong to us. I like that one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. JRG Project says episode 9. Anyway, how's your sex life?
I'll have the mint tea.
Can I get a medium? Would you like any of the cheesecake? No, thanks. It's delicious. No. Jason Green says, I came all the way for Dion's horse and now my pants are wet. Thanks for nothing, Dion.
How's that my
That's
fault?
right.
Wouldn't that
Yeah, Little
technically be
Biscuit hasn't showed up.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's been no Little Biscuit this episode.
Damn. It's a damn shame.
Dalton Burchett says Star Wars Episode 9, Movie 11, Watch the Fall.
Fuck.
I like how unpersonal that one is. Just makes me laugh.
It's just kind of out there.
Jonathan Aaron Steele says Episode 9, End of the line. It rhymes like poetry.
Episode 9, no tickets. Don't buy one.
Let's see. Demajanai says, Hail, check out the latest rant on DFL being trash. Side note, these super chats are a pain. Kept not letting me send. Yeah, I was getting a message from one of our mods about that earlier, how they're not letting people send in super chats. So YouTube, get your stuff together because I don't like that.
Maybe we're being targeted by the hate mafia.
Well, okay.
They hate it because they ain't us.
They are the late mafia.
Yeah, the late mafia. They hate us.
They hate us because they hate us. Kenny Jones. Sorry, wait. TLJ Screwjob says, why not wait until 9 was about the Lucas bombshell? Oh, sorry. Yeah, why not wait until 9? The book, that was just dumb to release this.
Maybe they thought that would like drum up like excitement and support and interest in the movie.
It's
Yeah.
inept bungling of anything in entertainment. Let's see. We have our friend Kenny Jones who says, Episode 9, think is bad. Wait. Episode 9, think is bad. Wait for our new Indiana Jones film.
Ugh.
Oh, God.
No.
That shit.
Please, God, no. You're one of them.
Indiana Jones 5, the kingdom of the fucking retirement home.
Raiders with the last diaper.
Yeah. Raiders of the Last Depends.
Indiana Jones
Hey,
5.
Henry,
I think I put myself.
Indiana Jones 5, where's my blue chew?
Indiana Jones 5. Yeah, I bet you have.
Indiana Jones 5. Dad, are you here?
Temple of Metamucil.
Indiana Jones 5. Where's my Sensodyne?
Episode 5, the early bird special at Denny's.
Indiana Jones 5. Where are my teeth?
Marion. Let's see, Salvador says, you'll get your ticket money when you fix this damn door. Oh, sorry. Fix this damn franchise. Subscribe to Real Independent Productions and play Gloria. Lena Dunham's cottage cheese back rolls. Ugh.
Oh. And Gloria's not a thing anymore. They retired that.
Claustoric says, LOL, I'm 29. I was married to an older woman. Oh, okay. So we are the same age, roughly. Did not know. Congratulations on the older woman thing, though.
Yeah,
So.
he had his cougar hunting license.
Yeah. Salvador says, "What if they started rebooting music groups? Run DMC. How about rolled over to Zone for the first time DMC?"
Holy shit, that's a great idea. Rebooting music groups.
All right, let's reboot a couple music groups before we go. I'm falling asleep, but that's such a great idea.
The New Kids on the Block, but they just swap them all to like black girls.
You reboot the Eagles with literal eagles.
The new
Kids on the Block.
The new Kids on the Block, followed by the new NWA, hashtag we don't have AIDS.
Hey, that was just one of them.
98.2 degrees.
98.2 degrees. Front Street Boys.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Kiss. This time we're not assholes. The 4 non-blondes, but this time we're attractive.
Corn Resurrection. This time we got the head back.
Yeah.
Corn Resurrection.
I don't know.
That's good. I love that. That might be my favorite one now.
Oh my God! Speaking of
Kenny Woken's, there's no danger zone. It's a safe space. Highway to the safe space. There you go.
That sounds like more of a smooth jazz band.
Yeah, it does.
Kendra G. There you go. That's just
he would just play like a lounge version of Danger Zone.
Yeah. Highway to my safe space. There's no bad words there. I just the song for me.
Limp Bizkit and Limp Bizkit and the hot dog flavored water.
Ugh. Let me read these last two super chats so we can get rolling, because if we're going to do after hours, it is late. Our friend Dr. Coffinail says, "Dirty Bond title number 1 in Her Majesty's Secret Love Hole."
Oh, I'd watch that one.
I would too. Well, yeah, but not the Queen.
The Queen is an old white lady, so there you go, Dion.
Dion, yeah.
Well, she was younger back then.
Yeah, by 50 years.
Yeah. Which would make her, still late 40s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so finally, Thunder Robot says, episode 9, watch this because we know where you live.
Oh. They probably do.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you sign up for Disney Plus.
They have a drone station outside your house.
Any independent thought, and I don't know what they do to you.
They kill you with that drone.
They screw you at the drive-thru. So, folks, this is the end of episode 190 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, all those places, because sometimes the algorithms are like, hey, this channel is great. Look at all the people. We're going to open up communications. And then sometimes they're not. And that was my exception this year. So, anything else we want to say?
I'm gonna plug my channel real quick.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let's see if I can do this. Yeah. All right. So let's see. I have my own channel called Real Independent Productions, Real with 2 E's because film pun. It's on the screen right now.
Oh,
yeah, it's on there.
You go. You learned some skills.
I know. It's crazy. Every Friday we do a episode called Scary Drunk, where me and my co-host Scotty get drunk and talk about independent horror movies. This Friday, I did an interview by myself with the writer-director of Pool Party Massacre, Drew Marvick. Ooh. Yeah, it's like an hour and 10 minutes. We have a good conversation. He tells me all kinds of cool stuff about all the production that went into the first movie and all the stuff that he's wanting to do in part 2. I think part 2 involves a flamethrower and a boat chase. So, yeah,
Party Massacre Part 2?
Yeah, Pool Party Massacre Part 2. So the
Oh shit, I am down. I fucking love that movie.
The Indiegogo link will be in that video description, so make sure you look out for that. Also, every Wednesday, me and Richard Tanner do a show called The Campfire. This week we did one on the Doug Halloween special. Ooh. And we have one of our friends, David Kyra, joining us. David Kyra was part of, he was the scientist in Frank and Thug. So we have a fun episode. We drink, we have a good time. Subscribe to that. Check that out. You know, it's basically us just talking about Are You Afraid of the Dark for, 30 minutes or so. So yeah, give us a like, give us a thumbs up, give us a share. Anything helps.
All right, so folks, I will be back. I should have a video for Saturday, the George Lucas stuff, and then Monday's the big video day, the big Star Wars toy stuff. It's coming back to the channel. If you watched our Captain Marvel video, I had, with the help of our friend Salvador, he's more than a friend, he's a moderator, other stuff too. He sent me some footage that I was able to use, but for this coming video on Monday, there's a lot of awesome stuff. You'll have a good laugh at the expense of Disney, and you'll lament the fact that Star Wars is in the crapper. So, from all of us here on the channel, thank you as always, and remember, be excellent to each other.
.com.
Boo.